He ran away.
Oh, okay.
But our podcast, we aired the story, and then he saw the story, and then he called in the next day.
Live on YouTube.
Did an interview live on YouTube.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
That's
I
like,
don't be on YouTube a lot either.
but YouTube is nice like that. I've been trying to get on YouTube because that's like a whole nother social media platform for real outside of just like.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hot Tonic Heat Press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl. I'm about to just load these boxes up on out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
Don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man. Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing.
Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real. I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night. Of course you can. Yeah!
Yeah.
And,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won.
What you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary, bro.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Peanut, aka Dash Resource. I got my man Stacking Smith. What's good, bro?
Man, I was trying to find the right camera, man.
Always, give me a point, bro. Already, we starting off.
Hold on,
I'm setting the tone.
Hold on. I'm doing something else.
Man, come on, man. We're doing our intro, man. What are you doing?
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the Legendary People Podcast, you guys. Man, as always, we want to invite everybody to go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop fresh content like this. Last night, we had Carlos Knox on the show, and it was a real cool interview. Carlos Knox is a WNBA coach for the Indianapolis Fever, who have won multiple WNBA championships, and he has won championships all over the world as a coach and as a player.
Yes.
So interviews like that just kind of add value to our show to tell you the quality of people that we bringing on. Absolutely. And we're going to keep up that quality tonight, man, okay? We want to acknowledge our sponsors. Agnes, wait a minute. I was going to put lunch before breakfast, but Shiekhs. Go to Shiekhs for breakfast. They absolutely do have the best breakfast in the city. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever injured in any kind of way, call Attorney Michael Wright at 937-222-7477. Make the right choice with Attorney Michael Wright. When you want to get lit a little bit and kind of goddamn knock a little bit of the shakes off, you feel me? Yeah. Get you some good old Kiara Wine, man. Antoine Cunningham is the founder of Kiara Wine, so you can hit his inbox or you can go to More for Less and get Kiara Wine. New Year's is coming up. Any New Year's party that you go to, pull up with a bottle of Kiara Wine, and it will make the party that much better. Absolutely. And last but not least is the shoparea.com. The shoparea.com, they are like the baby Amazon. So if you want to buy something, you was thinking about going to Amazon, go to the shop area first. After you go to the shoparea.com and find what you're looking for, delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. Delivery is always free. We broadcasting right here from T-Shirt Kings and Gold for Your Mouth, Camera King Studio, and last but not least is Dash Resource, man. Sell stocks not dope every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel on YouTube, man. Sure. And so now, without further ado, Peanut Johnson, over to you, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey,
it's on you, bro.
Man, bro, great job, man.
Thank you, bro.
Job,
I appreciate
great
it.
job.
Man.
Those sponsors, all right.
Try my best.
Definitely proud.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, you know what I'm saying? Dash Resource, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube page. We're almost at 1,000 on there. So, you know what I'm saying? We're having another party when that happens. You know what I mean?
Great job,
you can go
bro.
to my pen page right now, and you can actually see the beginner's edition. Literally, I go through, download this app, And I go through every single step. Would you hold your hand through the whole process? Also, my book is free on Amazon. Ain't gonna cost you nothing to get this knowledge, man. So,
yes.
Well, without further ado, this ain't about me, bro.
Yeah.
Feel me? I know I say there's no legend higher, bro. Every single time I always get offset because the next person could have a more legendary story than a person that was a legendary in status.
That's true.
And me researching this person to the point today.
That's true.
I'm telling you, this girl has been through so much.
Yeah.
And to see the queen she is today, man, I'm telling y'all, man. So without further ado, we got... I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Remember yesterday?
Bumbi.
There we go. Bumbi. How you doing? How do you pronounce your full name?
Yesterday you did.
Yes.
I couldn't believe
I
you
could
did
not
that.
believe it. Come on, man.
Take it.
They got another point from yesterday. You can take another point from yesterday. So yeah, so the name.
It's Bumbi Haru.
Bumbi Haru.
Haru, what's up with it?
Hey.
Yes.
Very nice to
Thank you for
cordially
having
meet
me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
blushing.
So here on the Legendary People podcast, I'd like to start off by finding out the origins of our guests. Without further ado, where'd you grow up?
I grew up Westwood.
Westwood.
Yep, Dayton, Ohio, 305 Leland Avenue.
Okay, Leland,
Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up in Westwood too. I grew up on Lorenz.
Okay, my granny, she used to have block parties all the time on Lorenz.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on when you grew up, probably know my granny.
Word. Okay. So, who are some of your early childhood friends over there?
One thing about these legends, they don't have friends. Carlos Knox, he said, I don't remember. He didn't remember nothing yesterday.
I really don't. Like, I feel like that was a trick question.
Nah.
Like,
Just some of your people that you used to kick it with, and we like for you to name these friends in radio. You know when you call in the countdown and you check in with all your friends and shit. That's how we want you to announce your friends growing up in Westwood. Go.
I just gotta shout out my family then. Anthony.
Okay.
He gonna be like, why you say my government?
Give me a point. We taking a point from you, Bumbi. Shit, saying niggas government. Are you crazy?
Cam, Keenan, Asia, Dorothy. I mean, I grew up in a group home, so me growing up in a group home, that was my friends. Like, those was my family outside of, like, my little brothers. So, I always been, like, socially awkward to say. So, it was, like, hard to connect with people outside of tomboy activities. And then once you got to a certain age, you can't play football with the boys. You can't really play basketball with the boys. My brothers wasn't having it. I started, developing, getting out of my little dorky or tomboy phase. They was noticing. So outside of that, it was like hard to connect with people or develop like a meaningful friendship because I used to get bullied.
Right. So like you were in the foster care since you were 6.
Yeah.
So do you remember any time before that? Do you remember any memory before you going to foster care?
Dang, this is. Woo. All right.
You got it, girl.
Okay. A memory that I have, like that would be a good one, would be my grandmother's block parties. Those was good. But then outside of that, the memories are like fuzzy. My mom, she was on drugs, so like those memories, it just be real weird. They get fuzzy, and then you got the ones that's like real vivid.
All right, let me check in with you real quick, Bumbi. Let me tell you something. So, the stories of overcoming are always the greatest stories to me. Yeah. And they are inspirational for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so, while it may be, I ain't asking you to tell anything that you feel like, you know what I'm saying, would be embarrassing or anything.
Yeah.
But hard beginnings are amazing because you are here for a reason. Like, I personally asked you to come on this show because I see you doing so many things and I believe in you.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I don't give a fuck what you've been through, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to be proud of that and acknowledge it because it kind of shaped you into being the tough person that you are today.
Absolutely.
So, man, don't worry about none of that. Anybody that's judging you and they spend any of their time saying something negative about you, they got the game fucked up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell Peanut, man, anybody who cares what I wear for more than about 4 or 5 seconds, if they can't just look at it and say that's some bullshit and move on about their way, but they stick and staying focused on that, they don't got shit going for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you that confidence to not worry about no damn body, bro.
Like,
Hell nah, like you lit. You made it, man, for real. So
Okay.
it's on you. Go ahead.
All right, ask me another question. I'm ready.
Okay.
Right.
So like, do you remember? We're at the point where I asked, did you remember a time before foster care, and what were some of your memories? And then you spoke of the block party and stuff like that.
Yeah, because those was like happy times. You see people smiling. You don't see people really high. I grew up a lot like just seeing people high. Before I even understood like what a sober person was, I knew what a person was on high. Like, you know, even they energy, like, I'm big in astrology, so as a water sign, I always absorbed energy, I always absorbed energy until I was able to learn how to just observe the energy and not let it consume me. So as a child, I would just be picking up on everything, and a lot of the energies would just be people intoxicated, whether it's with their own depression or demons or drugs, you know.
And this is all in Westwood too, Bumbi?
But Westwood
Yeah.
is turned. Like, on Leland itself, it was so many crack houses that it was easy for me to know which house my mom was in, because everybody, they knew each other, but that don't mean they all got high together.
Right.
So it's like this greenhouse on Leland. My mom, that was her house. So if I wanted to go see my mom, I'm walking down the street, mommy. Like, my deep voice, I remember coming from, like, trying to yell at mommy to make sure, like, she heard me, because I remember sometimes she wouldn't be able to hear me. But that's just because she was just high. Sometimes I get high, and I don't want to speak either. So,
Yeah.
chilling. So, yeah, that's really, like, what I remember my childhood, even growing up in the foster care, because the group home, they in so small, so it's easy for parents or for children to be, especially if your parent in a certain lifestyle. So a lot of my mom's friends' children, they was like they became my brother. They became my sister. They became my cousin. Like, we was family. Forget
Do
the
you
foster
remember
care.
when you actually had to go to foster care, the situation that happened?
Yeah. That's wild, because I think that was like the last time I really seen my mom as her being able to be like a mother, meaning like give any guidance. She was just real sick. She kept throwing up. And to me, she threw up so much that the whole floor was like throw up. Like, and then all of a sudden somebody just came and got us, and they said this was our uncle, and then he dropped us off to somebody's house, and then I didn't see her. So I was like 15 where she got custody back of us. And that was like, yeah, like 10 years. Like, yeah, because 6. But I didn't turn 6 yet, according to court documents.
Right.
Damn. So you got brothers and sisters?
My
They
mom
went
got
with
6
you?
kids. My dad got 6 kids. But my parents, they older. So my mom had me when she was 33. That means she was like a teenager during the 80s, and she got caught up in that whirlwind.
Right.
And then my dad, like, I was 36 when he had me, so he was caught up in the 80s whirlwind and stuff like that too. Actually, my people, they don't hire players. So like Marshall Jones, he was like my second cousin, and them. So like they grew up in that type of music lifestyle and stuff like that too. So it was just a lot of rock star. I just said I party like a rock star.
Yeah, you did just say that. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so it's in me, not on me.
Right.
I be having mindful about my drugs.
And that day where they came, okay, so did you know the guy that they said was your uncle? Was he your uncle for real? Who came?
To me, I just call him an angel, because that was the first time I met him, and that was the last time I met him. When I tried to tell my mom, like, who came pick this up, she'd be like, it was your Uncle Tony. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was not him. Like,
Yeah.
But then I was raised where, shoot, a lot of people was aunties and uncles, and they really wasn't aunties and uncles.
For sure.
Yeah, all day.
So that was like, but that messed me up because once I got to a certain point, I think 15, the person who raised me, I didn't realize I was in a group home until I got to a certain age and was able to handle like, oh, you in a group home. Because I still had my 3 little brothers with me, and I still was able to connect with like blood family.
Right.
So when I came across the information, because my mom trying to get custody and stuff like that, and they saying like, well, this is a group home and this is not your real auntie, like that mentally fucked me up because I'm like, you left me with a stranger? Lady, a stranger?
Yeah.
Like I went through all of this because I thought it was family. So I was like, meaning like the discipline or the torture or the abuse, like because it was family. But I went through this with some strangers.
Right.
I still be having a hard time like talking to my mom because of that. Cause strangers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even let my baby go to daycare. Cause strangers.
Right.
Strangers.
So you also spoke about how you know what I'm saying, you have to fight a lot growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell us. I love the laugh.
Because it's like, it was never just no one fight. I never got in a fight by myself when I was growing up. I can't remember no just one-on-one. And then I was always smaller than girls. And then like I was the pretty tomboy, so I was never into the boys. They was into me. This get jealousy from girls, and they're like real catty, and I'm just like, I'm one of the guys. What are you talking about? So after a certain point, you don't get bullied no more. Nobody wants to get bullied. You can't push a person to a corner. Like I had to fight back because I wasn't gonna continue to get treated like that. So when I start fighting, my brother's like, "You're not fighting my sister alone," so they fighting. And then people not gonna let them fight alone, so then they fight. And then it was always like a division. It's so petty now because we all love each other. Like growing up, it was always at least 8 kids in the group home. But my mom, she always had 4 of us was together. So it was us 4, Lurvy's kids, and then it was them other kids, whatever. But they was the adopted kids, a part of the, like, they was them 4, and we didn't like each other.
So I'm kind of confused there. So it's like your mom was running the home?
No. Okay. My mom knew a lady who was able to run a home because this lady was a payee for a lot of drug addicts.
Okay. She
was like, so she would get these drug addict kids. But according to documents, how she got her paper set up and stuff like that, like with Children's Service, this was a group home. Because she got so many children within the home, and then she received benefits for these children. And then, like, honestly, I don't know if they still do it like that, but they don't need to do it like that because that is not good, and that allows people to exploit children, exploit people who are on drugs. Because if you on, especially a certain type of drug that's like mind altering, where it's personality altering, you're a sensitive person. You're able to be manipulated and manipulate other people.
Right.
And that lady was manipulating a lot of people who was on crack. Like, they not in their right mind. And she's, like, literally stealing children. I call it stealing children now because I'm too aware of what's going on.
Stealing children as in what?
Stealing children as in your mom is on drugs and stuff like that. She's using the system to take these children away from these parents. And then you get benefits and you get all this stuff like this. And then you refuse for those children to reconnect with the mother, although you say that's the end goal and result. You are stealing children.
Wow.
You got Dale Wynn Sr. said, talk your shit, little cuz. He checked in with you. We got Benicia Simmons checked in and said, yes, overcoming his elevation.
Yeah.
Wow. And then we got Iraq, I'm sorry. He said your boy Iraq Johnson just checking in, giving you a whole bunch of hearts and stuff.
Thank you. Cause like, there's a lot, like, when you start saying stuff like this, or when you just start being aware of what's going on and people try to deny it, because it's a lot of grown people, like, you can't hide that. Or you can hide it. I don't know. It just was weird to me. Like, once I got to a certain age and I started realizing, like, what's really going on. Because it's not just like with my mom. It's multiple other children's mothers trying to get clean, trying to get the children back. But all you're doing is, like, not allowing that to happen. This happened in Westwood.
So during this time, I mean, did you hear anything about Dad? Like, what was Dad at?
Shit, I wouldn't even be right here if it wasn't for my daddy. Like, my dad was locked up for 10 years of my life. So from 5 to 15, and then on my 15th birthday, like, he pulled up on me. And me and my dad was like this until 17, where he transitioned from cancer, lung cancer, and bone cancer. And that, like, would really, like, start getting me to start thinking about, like, health. Like, what is health? What is this? Why do people die of cancer? Why it didn't make sense how my daddy died. So, like, yeah.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to transition back from that point because I still want to hear about, like, how you was in school dealing with all the stuff you had going on.
What schools did you go to? So let's go to elementary school, Bumbi.
I went to Lowe's. Then from Lowe's, I went to Dayton Academy or Dayton View. I don't know which one. I hated elementary.
Riverview?
Nope. I hated elementary.
Where? Hold on, wait a minute. Which Dayton View Academy?
They like cousins, ain't they?
Dayton View?
Nah, I graduated from DECA too. But I don't know if it was Dayton Academy or Dayton View Academy.
Oh, okay.
But I know I went to one of them. But I didn't like elementary because nobody ever combed my hair.
Wow.
Nobody ever combed my hair. Kids is mean. Like, they mean. So a lot of them, like, it's a blockage in memory. Like, I remember some of it, but it's like blurred.
So like, what kind of student were you?
I always been very studious. In school, they used to say I read the history book. I was the one people used to cheat off of. You know, I'm arguing with school teachers. I was able to speak at the White House, you know, the Congressional Black Caucus. I was able to do a lot of different things because of my intellectual property. And even, like, my father, me writing him, he used to say, like, get this book by Dr. Yosef Ben Jockman, or read Frances Cress Wilson, or you hip to Nellie Foley Jr., Bell Hooks, may she rest in power, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, rest in power, Nellie Foley Jr., rest in power, Marcus Garvey, rest in power. Like, my daddy made sure. And then, like, although, I'm going back to my childhood real quick, I was raised around a lot of drug addicts, that doesn't mean that they was, like, illiterate or didn't have a religion, or so. They was, like, unique people, like Nation of Gods and Earths, Nation of Islam, like, you know, they helped shape my intellectual capacity and mental capacity as well growing up, too, because that's how I found solace, like, in books.
Right.
So I wasn't kicking it with people or stuff like that. I'd just be in the house reading.
Wow. So, I mean, like, you saw some positive aspects to the foster care in a certain respect?
Yeah.
Yeah. So middle school. What middle school did you go to?
Wright.
Wright. How'd you like Wright?
Gangster. That's
I had somebody put me in a locker.
What?
Told you. It's violent.
And it's so crazy.
Wait.
He always be claiming now that I'm his first love, but he can never get no play from me.
Wait. Smith used to go to that school, and he started that energy in that school. Like, I'm a big believer in energy, right? You put that energy into that building.
Fairview.
Take this point, man. Take it, man. Hey, I'm running out.
But I did know. Well, what happened was.
What happened was.
A lot of the people that was at Fairview. Remember Carl Blanton came on, right?
Yeah.
And they lived in kind of like the lower part of Dayton View a little. So they all start going to Wilbur Wright.
Okay.
And that's where it kind of turned. You feel me? Gangsta Boogie. That's why that locker shit happened to you.
So, see, I told you got something to do with it. So, at school, they was bullying you in school.
Nah, after a certain point, I was banging out.
Right. She was the bully.
No, I never been a bully. I never been a bully.
Right.
I always been the one that literally, like, it's girls to this day that don't like me.
For what?
And I don't care, but they can't speak bad about me because I stood up for them when they was getting bullied and stuff like that, and I don't understand that, cause
right.
But you know, hey.
Right. So around
it's all love. I hope y'all see this. It's all love. Yeah.
So it's all good. She let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You come get some stones and crystals from her. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know.
Come shop her. at the Dayton Mall next to H&M, you know.
This is about you.
Yeah, back.
I'm in the store.
Back.
We in the store selling crystals.
All right, so now we back to, you know what I'm saying, like you in middle school. So like you're the same type of student, studious, reading, learning, growing. And then now something changes in your life is your mother comes back and now she wants custody. So
that was like a freshman in high school.
Okay.
And then I went to DECA. So 7th grade year, they closed Wright down. That was the last year it was open. I went to DECA, Dayton Early College Academy, and that's when my mom tried to come back, like 8th grade, because DECA started off at 8th grade. I was the first 8th grade class. We're going to college.
I saw a video of one of your first speeches.
You did your homework.
Yes.
You did your homework. I'm about to go delete that video. I know what you talking about too.
So what was it like to publicly speak for the first time like that?
Yeah.
That wasn't my first speech,
Different.
but it seemed like it. I think I knew she was recording, and it made me nervous. My first speech was on human sex trafficking, and it made my mom cry. That's how I remember it was my first speech.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember any parts of it that was?
Yeah.
No.
Human trafficking is a real crime. It's something that happens all the time, especially with Black, brown, and Native people across the world, for one. But in the United States, I think we give too much power to the system, meaning other people. And pharmaceutical companies and hospitals and regular doctors' offices, the schools, everybody know too much about our children before we know about our children. And we not asking certain questions to get down to the roots, or our children are not going missing the way that they're going missing. Because at this point, like...
I mean... And you kind of seen it like firsthand being in the foster care system. I mean, did you see anything that kind of looked shady where like there was a kid here today, then the next day they gone?
I wouldn't say that dramatic, but like in smaller towns, sometimes it just it take a little bit longer for like the ripple. I call it the ripple effect, because it's missing children, whether people are aware of it or not. Children go missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a status like
Well,
one every 18 seconds.
To kind of like tie into what you're talking about, Moniqua Davis. Before we actually got on the show, we were talking about a young man that was missing for 11 days. His mother came on our show and told the whole story of how he went missing. His story is really similar to what you're saying.
Yes.
He was taken from his mother at 6 years old, put into foster care. He was switched to maybe 3 or 4 homes, then finally adopted by a white family in Logan County when he was 11. And so he was trying to reconnect with his mother. And once he did reconnect with his mother, his adopted parents wanted it to cut out. I'm not sure their motive for wanting to cut it off. Maybe they didn't trust his mother, or maybe they just wanted to control. Who knows? But once that he did, the adopted parents found out about it, they cut the communication with his mother. The adopted mother started trying to establish a relationship with the natural mother. And that kind of got a little foggy because the mom asked to speak to him. She said no. They found a secondary phone, right, that he was still talking to his mother on after they asked him to stop, and ended up taking the phone from him. Then the father he roughed him up, beat him up, and then the son ran away. But I'm just saying, he actually was missing for 11 days after that. And she just commented on this post, kind of listening to your story, saying facts about something that you said that she agrees with you with. But all in all, he actually ended up finding his mom, calling our show, and saying that he was in a safe place, reconnected with his mother. And he was all on the news and everything for missing. But I got you. I want to hear your question to me, but my question to you is there ever a time where you think a child going back to their mother is more toxic than them actually staying in a foster home or in foster care?
I feel like this. You can't tell a woman how to be a mother. There's no guideline. Just like you can't tell a father how he should father. Now, if a person is able to provide safety and the basics for, clothes, food, and shelter, and there's not no harm there, then give the child back to the mother. Because mothers have a responsibility to cultivate the child.
Yeah.
Now the level of cultivation, that's going to be on between her and God or the universe or whatever. She going to have to answer for that if she put in her best effort. Because you can't choose your parent.
Right.
Like, I didn't try to choose my parents. I didn't adopted people to be your parent, but my mom's still my mom. But it's only lessons that my mom could have taught me because she carried me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, certain just different energetic, like generational curses and stuff like that can only be broken, or certain things can only be, like, epiphanized, or, like, certain connections can only be fostered. Not saying another person can't foster a similar connection, but there's no right and wrong in how a person should parent their child. And that's where I think people try to control it because it doesn't look like how they would parent a child.
Yes.
And that right there is very dangerous because, like, that's like playing God. Like, you don't have no right to take somebody's child from them and they're really trying.
Right.
Why not give them support and help? And when I feel like when my mom was trying, they used that as an opportunity because she was very vulnerable to snatch her children instead of giving her support. Because there's no money in support. It was,
Yeah.
But I draw a parallel with that story because it was a falling out with the son and the father, and then he ran away. You had a similar situation when you and your mom got into it before, right? So, like, what was it like to be back at home with mom? Was she kind of trying to be hard on you? Were you kind of angry at her for some things that kind of led to that?
Now looking back, I didn't understand. And as a child, when you can't understand, you just react out of hurt. Because she was gone for like 10 years. Her and my father was gone. Like, all you hear is, like, stories about your mom being in this greenhouse, but you don't ever really see her. You hear about stories like your mom throwing turkeys at the door or dropping bags off.
What?
Yeah, it was
what do those
Thanksgiving.
terms mean?
She threw a turkey at the door. Like, threw that.
Wait. You gotta start over because I thought you were saying like these was like terms that people use like this was, so the first thing is what your mom did what?
So like one day for Thanksgiving she was supposed to come over, but she told me she was too high. She didn't want to come and see her children like that. So she just threw the turkey at the door because she was supposed to come over and bring a turkey.
She was mad at herself, probably. I mean, I just can look at things from the perspective of the person who's doing these things and why it may seem odd or bad. There's something inside them that is making them do that. And my vision is, my goal is to kind of just find out why, And I don't want to make excuses for anybody, but you can be upset with yourself. And when you get upset with yourself about certain things, you like, God damn it, man, I done fucked up and I'm tired of this shit. And you throw the motherfucking turkey at the door.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I don't think she threw it mad. Because my mom, like, what? That lady is a certified
right, you
stepper.
know her. You know her better than me.
She
so
Now, she have her moments where she's shameful, but she just gonna take action. Like, I don't think she threw it because she was doing too much. Like, you ever seen
like she was in a
crackhead,
rush?
like, they can't sit still, they just boom, they're gonna take it. She about her business. And she going about her business. I have seen people that's, teeth like that for sure.
Shit, I don't know.
I was 8. For
But
real.
well, Vanessa Simmons' niece, he said she was embarrassed, but she still wanted to provide.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Paisley G said, "So proud of how far you come, sis."
Right.
We got my
sis.
bro, PDMC.
PDMC.
Glad someone, anyone putting lights to something that's real. It's everywhere.
Fact.
And P, he also grew up. This is like my little brother, you know, and his mom and his dad, they was same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like heavy on drugs. And he said he used to just come in the house and it would be just different all the time, man. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
well-
So he just really relating and vibing with you. So.
My mom left me and 3 little boys in the crack house. Like, it took me a long time to, like, be able to have a conversation with my mom and not have animosity and venom coming out. Because after a while, like, or while you in it, you don't have compassion for the other person. Because you're a child in it trying to, like, you just being shuffled around.
Yeah.
So once I got to a certain point, it was just like, I was so traumatized that I didn't like my mama. They didn't want her around me. People always badmouthed her. People didn't like her. She was this, that. And everybody always said I looked like her. So it was like, to a point, we be at school and their mamas be coming and all that stuff. People be like, where your mom? My mom dead. I used to tell people that, like, my mom dead. My mom, she not here. She died in... My mom died when them... when was that? 9/11? When 9/11 happened, my mom died.
So it's like that's the thing, like you were saying, to like make people stop asking about her because it was such a sensitive subject.
It wasn't even about getting people to stop asking about her. It was getting me to stop feeling... I wanted somebody to sympathize with me because I didn't have a mama, and they will only sympathize with you not because your mama on drugs. They gonna crack on you if your mama crackhead.
Right.
Period. Only they gonna sympathize with you is if she dead. So she had to be dead because awards is coming up. Everybody got their mom here. Why my mama not here? Why I'm not special like y'all? Like, what are you talking about? Like, mom, I got
So
an award.
when you're saying you started telling people that your mom was dead, but she really wasn't.
But she really wasn't. Nah, she's still living to this day.
Right.
Right.
To this day.
Man, shout out to mom.
Shout out to my mama.
Mama love. So like eventually you end up running away.
Yeah, I ran away too many times. Like, running away. And see, it's crazy because I just had to grow up super fast. And sometimes people think little girls want to be fast because they just hot in the pants. But niggas not going to let you spend the night if you not hot in the pants. So I ended up losing my virginity, not because I wanted to, was because I didn't have nowhere else to go. So it's like, that sound wild, and now I'm like, you know, but I did a lot of healing from it, so it's like, I'm able to say it and not hold shame. Like, my heart didn't get dark just saying that, because I would have never said that before. But it don't define me.
Absolutely
like, it just helped, because what people don't realize, most little black girls in America, they don't get a moral code until they go through their own trials and tribulations to help them develop a moral code on how you should move and operate as a woman or a young girl in this society. Like, it's a lot of trickery and treachery going around where our young girls, like, they just hear, I'm supposed to be a savage fancy, this, look this way, do this, and then if you in an environment that's, like, really, like, that's not supportive or loving, you was just, like, you hand your baby to some demonic energies. But people don't know because they so depressed or they so influenced by a demon that they can't see it themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and I mean, and honestly, I think that kind of plays back into the crack era to me. To me, like, this whole social media era is our new version of crack. It's literally the thing that is ruining households. You got people that are...
I think weed is.
I mean, no, I don't think weed is like crack at all.
I think
weed... I agree with my friend.
I think weed is the new crack, and it is ruining families. people losing jobs, people losing kids.
I
If you
think
the hospital
people.
not gonna snatch your children, like if your child had, like I was born with crack in my system, so my mama didn't have me like first 18 days of my life, but I was faced with that same threat because I smoked weed my entire time I was pregnant with my daughter. They like, I'm like, y'all not taking nothing. Listen,
Well,
but
with the new legislation that's going on, they're having a lot of lifts and stuff like that. Like I've seen people get their misdemeanors wiped away with weed charges. I mean, I have a weed card. You know what I mean? I
man,
can legally go in
crackheads
there
got
and buy.
records expunged too. What you saying?
But what I'm saying is, I would say like social media literally is like crack nowadays. Like it's literally like everybody sees some benefit to it. Such as a crackhead to be like, yeah, I hit this pipe. I'm on my feet all day. I clean the whole kitchen, right? You know what I'm saying? But for that one small benefit, you gotta think about the other drawbacks you got.
I ain't never seen a crackhead who want to be on crack. I never met a lot of them.
You never met one that what?
That want to be on crack.
I've met some that gladly smoke. But
I don't know if they gladly smoke.
every day you got a choice, man.
Most people who on
But
like
the
cracks
choice-
and stuff like that, like listen,
I don't
I didn't
know,
have my
man.
mom, like even as a grown woman now, like, and I had to hold my mama and say prayers and mantras and stuff like that, and she begged when they say it's a monkey in your back, she was like, I don't want to go out here and do it either, but I feel so weak. She's like, I've been doing this, like, if I don't, I get sick. If I don't, I do, you know? So, like, when she's sober, I try to love on her with a long handle spoon as much as possible. Because them demons be leaving impressions.
I don't think that I don't think that weed gets its fair share of demonization, and I think that weed somehow is escaping what it is a lot of the time. It's not all the time,
I'm not going.
but normally when we talk about weed being a gateway. Okay, it's the first step in the progression to these other harder drugs.
Yeah.
It normally is,
At
right?
first I used
And
to
so
be like, it's not a gateway drug, but now I'm too far in to know it is a gateway
it
drug.
is definitely, and it's not for everybody. So you can't just throw it out there and say, you know, weed is a gateway drug. But how it goes is you drinking, smoking a little bit, might decide to pop some pills. Then from there, goddammit, or if you in the right crowd, y'all niggas might hit a line.
I would
Then
say
y'all
it's a
might
gateway drug because I ain't never want to just pop a pill after smoking a blunt. Different people, different strokes. But I would say I have been under the influence of weed where it allowed me to be the influence of something else unknowingly because I wasn't fully aware.
I think weed can focus you, and
It
if
depends on
anything,
the
it can make
strain.
you paranoid to do something else.
Yeah.
It's the strains of
It's
weed
the
now.
strains
It's
of
not
weed.
weed.
Yeah.
It's the weed, the strains we have today.
And it's being engineered
That's
now.
why it's
That's what
becoming
it
crack.
is.
Like, because
Exactly.
Right.
crack comes from a green plant, a green healthy plant that nature, if you take too much cocaine, it's gonna rot in your teeth. It's gonna do certain stuff where you can't naturally abuse this plant. That's why they have to extract it and do all this other stuff to make it the way that it is, like this. So like with weed, you got cookies, that's a strain, runts is a strain, like you got people that's literally capitalizing and monopolizing and manipulating what God gave to be used as ceremonial purposes to help you get inside the ether. Some weed put you up in the sky, some weed put you keep you grounded. Like it's like, but it's too much now. It's too much. You got not only weed, you got all these other different extracts. You got all this other different stuff. You got tinctures, potions, elixirs. That ain't none of the weed I just said, but
and sometimes, man, for the wrong person, weed becomes their only goal. You know, I mean, a lot of the times you want to get up, get high, and if you can get that, then that's enough for you. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Some people fall in love with it. I was at one point, I fell in love with weed. It was the only thing that made sense, because I was like so hurt. I didn't know necessarily about the term healing. Like, what is healing? Nobody was healing around me. All I just seen was people do drugs, and weed was the safest drug to do.
And one more thing, and then I'm done with the weed shit. But most of the people who are smoking weed, right? They cannot afford the shit, bro. Especially if you got a for real weed habit, and it's not $20 that they can't afford. Yeah. But what it is it's a year of spending $20 every day, and then we get to $140 a week, $280 in 2 weeks. That's $560 a month, and then after 10 months, we got $5,600. And then after the whole year is complete, then you up to what, maybe like $7,500 around in there. Right. Then you do that for 10 years, and now you've spent $75,000 on weed, and you still don't got no house. Right. You still don't got a car. So I'm just saying, you could take that money for real with the right frame of mind, and then build you a big old bag that could get you something to invest in, bro. Like take $75,000, right? If you have been smoking weed for 10 years or longer, you smoked up $75,000 when we could have put that shit in Bitcoin 10 years ago, bro. Yeah. If you put $75,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, right? Say you start smoking at 18 and now you're 28 and now you're 38, but 10 years ago you had that 75,000. Yeah. Damn, you put it in Bitcoin, how much would it be right now? It would be Uber. You would be a billionaire. Yeah. But I know that people really don't do that. I'm kind of talking some shit that really don't happen, but just saying for everybody that's kind of thinking long term. Absolutely. It's definitely a good take to kind of like.
Rapper blunts and we not rappers.
I can't. She just playing. Hey, here, hold this up. She's just playing, bro. I'm just playing. She's just playing. She just playing. You don't smoke rapper blunts.
She's definitely playing.
So
okay.
So there was some bright spots. You spoke of some. Her name was Latanya. Mm-hmm. And you said like she was like your mother, Hold on.
He does his homework.
She was like your mom, your father, your brother, your sister. She was everything to you.
That was my big sister.
Yeah.
That's when I get my first meal. I'm gonna give every dollar to her.
Who was she to you, like completely, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give us a good story about her.
Like, that's my sister. That's my soulmate. I call her my soulmate. Mm-hmm. Like, we come from the same soul, like, same soul, tribe, family. Mm-hmm. I wish I can just take any sadness she ever experienced in life. I wish I can just not let her feel no sadness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
So, shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? Because like
I hope you're watching this, girl. Yeah.
So like we got to put high school in the bowl, right? So like during this time, you know what I'm saying, like you still like progressing through school. Are any of your friends noticing that you're different in any type of way, or is it kind of like you kind of blend in a little better?
Nah, they ganged up on me in high school. They like, you was a liar. Where your mama not dead? Your mama then died in 9/11. I was fighting a lot in high school. I went to a small high school. So, like, they wanted to be bullies, but they couldn't. At this point, I didn't already, like, earn my stripes that way. Like, this was not that. So, my white teachers, I didn't like them. Everybody thought I was racist in high school. For real. No, they didn't think I like white people.
Yeah. I got that in my notes here, too. Like,
they didn't think I like white people. They was like, Bumbi is racist. I got suspended from school. People think me and this girl got in a fight because of Nicki Minaj. But I was just so tired of her.
Wait.
What it was about.
Wait.
You is a man.
Wait. It could have been about any other thing in the world, but it was like, nah, today, like.
Not because I was a Nicki Minaj, like, stan. Like, I love Nicki Minaj. Like, Nika.
But wait. You want to fight her anyway, so it could have been a debate like.
I was at her house the night before, trying to fight her.
So it could have been a debate like flappers over drums. You'd be like, whatever one she don't say. On her.
But it's all love, girl.
It's all love.
I ain't mean to. It's really like, you know, as children, you just do what's around you. But you try to bully me though. She did.
You got the gang fucked up.
For real, that girl. And then like I wasn't tiny, like skinny, but it was just like my frame was petite, so I was like smaller. So people just thought like, and because I was always by myself, or I hung with like weirdos. Like my best friend in high school, Joseph, shout out to Joseph. Yeah. He graduated with his associate's degree before he graduated with his high school diploma.
That's hard.
Yeah, like in engineering, like that. Like my friend was buying stuff on the black market with Bitcoin before. This is like in high school, like before. Like for real. So it was just like I hung with them type of people.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. And you also hung with somebody named Melanie?
My cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Wait. So it's one story that I heard about y'all going to the park and y'all got stood up.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Like, during that time, it was weird. It was weird. Like, my relationship with boys that time, like, was weird. So I don't remember.
Because like, you still was a tomboy on the low.
Tomboy on the low. Like, by the time I'm 16, like, popping coochie. I don't know if it's...
What you say?
Like, so...
What?
Shit crazy.
Like, it was just a weird thing because I really didn't like boys, but at this point, this is all that's on their mind. It's like,
right.
So it was like, it was weird.
So did you do anything extracurricular in school? Like,
I tried to be a cheerleader.
Shit, I thought you was about to ask another question.
Man, give me a point. Whatever you think, give me a point.
Any extracurricular shit? I'm like, damn.
Nah, I didn't do no drugs or nothing like that.
No. I'm asking, did you do anything like cheerleading?
Extracurricular.
Man, see what you doing today?
Like, I tried to do track, but I didn't like people yelling at me. And I ran for Dunbar.
What they were saying when they was yelling at you though sometimes?
Run faster. Don't stop.
That is a normal part. That's a normal part.
Run faster. You like, motherfucker.
I'm running my fast.
As fast as I can. The fuck I'm supposed to do to run faster, okay? This
for
is
real.
it.
And Dunbar, they want you to run through that whole field.
Wait, bro. And we know the coach at Dunbar, though. He the one out of there.
Mr. Atwood, Mr.
interview his brother.
Booker, Mr. Booker, Powell.
Yeah, no, Mr. Powell.
Yeah, Mr. Booker. Powell, yes, Powell did.
Brother.
It is, but Mr. Booker is my brother. Mr. Booker was my teacher.
Sydney Booker.
They come and
Sidney
get Dunbar.
Booker.
They come and get Dunbar track stars. Huh?
One of them used to just cuss too much at
Not Mr. Booker.
No,
that ain't his vibe.
So that was Mr. Powell.
Mr. Powell. That was Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell won a bunch of championships. He trying to bring the best out of you.
I don't care. I don't care.
He wanted to bring the best out of you.
I call my mama. Like, Ma, I sprained my ankle. You better come get me right now. I was not getting up.
Hey, listen, bro. I did not want to play basketball because all that running shit, bro. I didn't like it, bro. It was too much. Suicides and all that shit. Man. I can't fuck with it.
Man,
why would I be participating in anything called a suicide?
Oh, yeah.
No,
but you know what I was doing?
You know what a suicide is, Peanut?
Yeah. Well, you gotta run to that line,
touch this line, right?
All that line all the way back,
run, touch this line, come back, run. Called a suicide. Yeah. I said I don't want to do that, man. I have been through some shit.
I did cheerleading, but I couldn't really do that too much.
Why? What happened with cheerleading?
I ain't had no rhythm. And then at one point, Dunbar only had it was 3 of us on the cheerleading team.
3?
Yeah.
Where was the rest of them at?
Exactly.
They was cool.
I quit.
It was like Carlos Knox in his college career. All the damn players just walked out.
All walked out.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like, I tried to, but it wasn't for me. At that point, I became so defiant that when my mom did get me, she took me to a psychiatrist. His name Dr. Radliff, and
shout out Dr. Radliff. Can we don't shout out Dr.
Or wait,
don't shout out Dr.
We may give you a shout out later, depending on what she says about you. Go ahead.
I just feel like Dr. Radcliffe, you didn't have to like come for me like that.
Right here in this camera, tell him.
Hold on, let me put it on. There you go. There you go, Bumbi. What you got for it?
Dr. Radcliffe,
Yeah.
with all your education,
and we got her back.
You should have been able to see that this child was going through extreme trauma.
Yes.
You diagnosing me with ODD and
what's ODD?
Opposition Defiance Disorder. He basically said I was just hard hit. He said she's very intelligent. She just don't listen. Basically, he wouldn't prescribe me no medication, which I thank you for.
Hold on, wait a minute. Bring that cup over to the front. So this is our Kiara Wine commercial. Go ahead.
Here we go. If you
shout out Kiara Wine.
Yeah. Shout out Kiara Wine.
Anytime you want to confront your psychiatrist or just, you know what I'm saying? If you want to cure your ODD and you tired of this shit.
For real.
Pour a little bit of that
If you stressing,
Kiara
it'll
Wine.
take away depression. Go ahead.
Very good, bro.
I still got it, man.
Yes, you do.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Dr. Radcliffe, he was asking me questions like, who was the 16th president? What time is it? He was asking me crazy questions like that, like I was stupid. So I was just annoyed. Like, who don't know this stuff?
Right.
Who is the 16th president? I mean, I can see who is the current president.
Yeah, but the
Who fuck is
16th?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, is he?
I guess.
Legends are get around the first drop. It gotta be
It got. I hope it is. Shit, I'm not researching it. We
got
taking your word for that
reelected
shit.
Nah, but Dr. Radcliffe, you know, my mom, she was trying to pimp us out too with the medical system.
What do you mean by pimp you out?
Get your kids high on drugs. You get more money. Yeah.
So what is it like? I mean, you get more money if your children are on medicine from who? From like
the state.
The
so
state.
if your child is a ward of the state, or if you get if your child is a ward of the state.
Hit your Bumbi. You got a little cord right there at the.
And about
give us a couple of seconds, bro. We'll be right back. Commercial break. Give me a sec.
Every time I come in the press room, you're in the press room. Working on our Stars Hot-Tronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can. Yeah!
All right, y'all. We are back. Our mic is back working, man. You know, and that's a good thing. All right, you guys. Agnes all natural grill for lunch. Sheikhs for breakfast.
I've been
wanting to switch this around.
Man, they ain't gonna pay us this week.
No,
man.
listen, bro.
Again,
Look,
man.
check
They
this
gonna pay
out.
us.
I will say something, but not this bullshit. All right. Sheikhs for breakfast, Agnes all natural grill for lunch. Sometimes people have brunch. So you could technically go to about Sheikhs for like about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Then go to Agnes for 12, but get it to go and then mix all that shit up and eat it together, okay? Agnes and Sheikhs, man, for brunch. All right?
Sheikhs.
They got the best brunch in the city. If you ever injured, you guys, let me tell you about something that some people do. I haven't never done this. I have thought about doing it, though. You driving probably about 25 miles an hour, about 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And a car is trailing you. Have you ever had somebody riding your bumper?
like,
what
man,
the
just
fuck
riding
wrong
like
with
this,
them?
riding.
That's annoying, bro. Slam on your brakes.
Oh.
Let them slam into the back of your car. You make sure you got insurance.
What?
Then be prepared with a neck brace.
Okay.
Put it on immediately. And then call attorney Michael Wright at 937-222-7477. It is It's a well-known fact you get 5 bands for a car accident.
5 bands.
Okay. So
If you
yeah,
can-
somebody
it's a
rear end you, it's 5 bands.
They in the home of the Wigglers, man.
Go straight to the hospital. Call attorney Michael Wright. By the way, Michael Wright never told me to say this. This is something that I'm doing on my own. All right.
Wink, wink.
When you want to get lit, man, get you some good old Kiara Wine.
Yeah.
Our guests are drinking Kiara Wine today.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's very good. We got Passion Peach today.
Passion Peach, man. It's
Passion Peach, Kiara Wine, man. Contact Antoine Cunningham on Facebook or go to More for Less. At the beginning of the year, maybe that first Monday, we'll probably have some Kiara Wine up here at T-Shirt Kings. Just as long as I don't got to actually own a liquor license to carry it, it will be here in the shop. And if you ever need something, go to theshoparea.com. They like the baby Amazon from the store to your door in 4 business days. T-Shirt Kings, Camera Kings, Gold for Your Mouth, and Sell Stocks Not Dope on the Dash Resource channel every Sunday on YouTube at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock p.m.
8 o'clock, man. Right now, my bro got a book getting ready to drop after New Year's.
Every
Peanut
Sunday.
got a new book dropping after New Year's, you guys.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
yes.
And it's going to be real major. We rolling that thing out, man. So you guys make sure y'all stay tuned to hear all the information about that. Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. Ring the bell notification so you can get alerted to every new video we drop. We definitely going to read these comments. Nisi, I see you over there in the comment section. Thank you, baby, for
Shout out to
sending those
legendary-
comments.
the legendary
Paisley
comment
G, love you, Queen. I see you over there. D. Carter. Man, everybody is really feeling you, Bumbi. And you know what I'm saying? It's definitely for good reason. So without further ado, we're going to get back to your story. Peanut Johnson, over to you, bro.
Show, man. So
question?
so right now we at the part where, you know what I'm saying, her and Dr. Homeboy is messing it up. You know what I'm saying? Blowing it. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Ratliff.
He ain't really messed up. He just tested my gangster. He didn't put me on medication.
Okay. So eventually you do end up getting put on probation.
Yeah.
What was the thing that caused you to end up on probation?
You really want to know?
Absolutely.
I tried to kill my mama.
Look at his face.
That's gonna go by.
Everybody.
We going.
Yo. Whatever you had that hit. Wait a minute. Wait.
She not gonna deny it. And y'all know my mama. If you know my mama, you know she a gangster. She'll go and make her own viral video.
I mean, you already said that like she's living today, so obviously it didn't work. All right. So like, what was the situation that led up to you about to kill your mama?
She said, "I'm gonna take you out."
Wait for a date? A walk?
Now you know black mamas be like, "I brought you in this world. I'm gonna take you out."
Okay. So you took that as a direct threat.
I said, yeah, all right.
wait. Everybody has heard that at least one time in their life.
Yeah, but the difference is, okay, now that I'm grown and I'm mature and I did my healing, I can forgive my mama and I can see from a different perspective, right? But as a person that just is in it, you don't see it. You just see it as your mama don't care about you. She never gave a fuck about you. She let you to the wolves, and now you trying to take me out? Like, you been here?
Right.
Hold tight.
So, what was there a fight? Was it just you threatening her back? Like, what happened?
So what happened was, it was early morning school time. I don't even know why we got into it, but she said she gonna take me out. I went in the kitchen, grabbed a butcher knife, and next thing you know, I went a little psychotic.
What do you mean by psychotic?
It just went weird in my mind. Yeah. And next thing you know, I'm charging after her. She gave me this look, I would never forget it.
She really tried to go.
And my little brother and them, they tackled me. And then next thing you know, these white men didn't tackle me as well, because at that point, I'm not in my right mind. I'm retarded at this point. Not trying to offend nobody. Right. But I'm like mentally unstable, and at this point, they put me in a turtle jacket when I got downtown. So it was like...
Right. So did your mom suffer any injuries? Okay. So from that point, what happens? So are you taking downtown? Are you processed? What's
I'm taking downtown. I'm sprayed with some cold water.
Damn.
Cold water. And then my mom gonna try to come visit me. I went crazy again, because how you gonna try to come visit me and I'm down here because of you? They put me back in a turtle jacket.
What?
then
Could you explain to them what a turtle jacket is for the listeners that's never been through that?
Straight jacket.
So during this time, you're locked in a cell with a turtle jacket on, or are you inside some type of mental area?
you like in what you call crisis care at this point.
Okay.
When they put you in a turtle jacket, you go into a different system. Like, you just not in a juvenile. Now they got the dang, I can't remember, but they closed the mental hospital down that was in here in Dayton. Like, you in that.
Eastway?
It was like what's that, on Edwin C. Moses, I think?
That's Eastway.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I was there, then went back to juvie, and then that was it. I ain't act crazy to get back in that motherfucker. I mean,
Right.
back in there.
Nah. So like during this time, you know, what are you like thinking? Like, I mean, are you completely out of your mind, or are you just still going through some things that are just not making sense? Like,
I think I was psychotic until the age of 22.
What
You know me
is
back.
what is
No, what are you saying? Why are you saying that stuff? Why are you saying that?
What, psychotic?
Yeah.
Come on now, like, psychotic meaning like you not in reality. Like, your reality is not what other people see. Like, I'm so traumatized with all the stuff that I see. Like, I didn't create another reality that I'm just not. I'm not I wouldn't say I was the average 16-year-old girl. I wasn't the average 18-year-old girl. Like, yeah, I went to school. Yeah, I got good grades and stuff like that. But, like, my mental capacity for a lot of different stuff was so shot. It was like I had PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even Smith, I'm like, I got social anxiety. How many people gonna be here?
right?
But it's really because I'm just so people shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
you know.
I mean, like you spoke about when like you was younger, it was a lot of different religions pushed on you through like spiritual people that was in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point in time, like, what is your spiritual belief at this point in time? Like, because like a lot of times when like people go through stuff, they fall back on my faith, or I fall back on this.
Mm-hmm.
What did you fall back spiritually when you going through all this hardship?
I don't think I fell back. I think I got more into more into God. The more traumatized I was, the more I tried to resort to God and ask questions like, why? So at one point, I wouldn't say I read the Bible all the way, but I can get up there and speak about it and have like a perspective and give Bible verses that's going to quote and support anything. Like,
Yes.
you know, and then like having a stepdad who's part of the Nation of Islam, or having uncles who part of the, Nation of Gods and Herbs, and just having like a father who was put in different
Spiritual
Afrocentric, you know, thought leaders in my head, like Amos Wilson or like Francis Cress Wilson or Marcus Garvey and stuff like that. You just see that everything is of one.
Yeah.
Like, God is in everything. I don't
Yes.
care if you call it Jehovah, you call it Jah, you call it Yah, you call it the universe, you call it this or that or whatever. But
He's so powerful that he's in everybody's religion.
yeah. Like, literally, I wouldn't even consider God as a he.
Right.
Because then you just limit it to just
Yeah.
one thing, and the I just think it's just energy.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
man made king and queen. Like, the universe made man, but or nature made man, and then we made the titles.
Right.
So I don't have
So,
a religion. I don't have a like. My spiritual foundation would be Kemet, which would be like ancient Egyptian and stuff like that. Like, I'm a follower of the 42 laws of Ma'at. I wouldn't necessarily say, if it's not on the 42 laws of Ma'at and it don't go against my moral code, I'm going to do it if I want to do it. It's just that simple, you know?
right. Well, yeah. I also follow a bunch of that stuff on Sinetta TV. I mean, like, this ain't a shout out, whatever. Yeah.
Sinetta.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the Sinetta TV and the religious debates. I watch those quite often.
You know what? I had a person invite me over to watch Sonetta, and they wanted to debate with me, and I did not know I was coming for a religious debate. they was on me. They was on my butt, and I was just like, I never talked to them after that ever again.
Anybody invite
so
you,
I hope y'all watching this.
No, look, if anybody invite you, anybody invite you over to a Sonetta TV show, they are literally wanting to debate with you. That's all they doing on their debating. Like
the Matuna tear.
Yeah,
it's not. Nobody does cipher the Matuna, and I'm just like, who is this guy?
Right.
Like. And he was like, he's speaking facts. And I'm just like, I left. Like, I walked out of his house. He, like, to this day, he tried to speak, and I just be like.
I mean, I would expect to be a lot of, nice-looking females at a Sonetta watch party. You know what I mean?
No, like.
Say this.
I think I intimidated him one day, and I really pray that he watching because he messed with y'all.
Oh, wow. Well. Anyway, so.
And I just didn't I feel like I can respect anybody's intellect. Just don't, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying and stuff like that, that don't mean you have to demean me or put me down to put your ego up or anything. And that's what he was trying to do, especially since I was like, this was before I had my baby, so I had to be like 22, but I was still strong in my belief system or my knowledge base at that point, and that he was what?
Right.
I ain't like that.
Sometimes, you know what, man, with different religions and different religion philosophies, I think that they do not respect women enough. And for example, for the fact, like we say the Most High, it's automatically He. Okay. But if we go into just like all of these different religious philosophies, one way or another, we do see that there's always a God and a goddess.
Right.
And when we're saying the word God in itself, it's taken from the word Elohim, which is plural. And in the Bible, which a lot of us getting our foundation from, it says, let us create man
and woman.
Well, man in our image and in our likeness, and they created male and female.
Yeah.
So when we get that, it's kind of like, let us create man in our, so it's two people coming together having this conversation in our likeness, and then they created male and female, which means to me, there was a male and a female present, and then that's what they created, you know. And so,
I mean, to me, man, I mean, you said it so eloquent, man, but to me, I symbolize it, like, you know what I'm saying? If we made it in our own image, then, man, why we got nipples then, man? We don't have no need for nipples, bro. Feel me? Females use that to feed children.
You
Men
have
don't
nipples
need them.
as a form of sensation. As a form of sensation.
That's another.
That's not the only reason they put it on. It's not for some form of sensation. But I mean, we used to have tails, but
I mean, I don't feel like so if I don't feel like we used to have tails. Maybe another species.
We have a tail
maybe
bone.
Maybe another species.
We have a tailbone.
Okay, let me go back from what Smith said. So then under that verse where it says, Lord God then created Adam. Then from Adam created the woman from his rib and stuff like that. So maybe them folks that, that was made right there. You know what I'm talking about in the Bible?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so it's like Lord God. So it's like 4 different people that end up like just popping up within those first 2 chapters that people only resonate with just 1 or 2.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creation theories.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think that it's like it's so many different things to challenge when you read in Bible and any sacred text, because a lot of the sacred text is just a continuation of the last sacred text.
Yeah.
And like the Bible definitely borrowed from
the Dead Sea Scrolls. We can go
well,
back that far.
not even that, but just like it from Mesopotamia. Like all of the Mesopotamia, Illuminati, Gilgamesh, and just all of these different things. Like the Bible has kind of like paraphrased a lot of these stories, man, and kind of put it into one thing, especially with the creation. So I don't know, man. Religion rhymes with decision and division, and then once we start getting into all of these, the religious, like you guys are kind of like figuring like just different shit to
I
just.
think we both saying the same thing.
Y'all are.
We
A
saying
lot
the
of the
same
times,
thing.
a lot of the times you got, not you guys, but we would be,
look.
we would be saying the same thing, but just not hearing each other, and then therefore kind of like having
like
some
friction,
like being, but it really
No, I
ain't.
definitely agree with. I agree with your views.
But I do like your perspective for real, and it's refreshing for you to be strong in your stance and your view for sure.
I feel like when it comes to spiritual energy, I just try to describe it as, I use the analogy, you can go days without food, you can go days without water, right? But air is something that you can't, like, you just can't put it in this cup and say, and, what is the word? You can't quantize it, or you can't, like, put it in, like, tangible. That's it. Yeah. It's not tangible. It's something that's unseen, but we know we need it because we breathe in. We can feel the air or something. Like, you know, that's how I feel like God is. It's everywhere. Like, you need it. Like, you'll die minutes without it. So the minute that God, even for the atheist, is not present, I feel like at this point, you're a dead being. Like, no matter how you resonate or how you try to, it has to be some form. And I don't even like calling the energy God. Like, because God is just the title. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So like during this time, I'm just gonna bring us back
to
the story.
Build, baby, build, yeah.
So, bro, because we have a whole podcast. No, because actually, you know what I'm saying, we actually do updates, and we would love you to come back on any type of religious topic, and we could definitely debate that.
I don't debate religion.
No. Well, we can
build on it.
Build on it. I ain't say debate.
Build.
So we definitely build. But so during this time of your life, you're saying you're still, you know, going through that. You done went through the whole part of, you know what I'm saying, like being clinically called this or that and the third by a doctor. Now you're essentially, you know what I'm saying, like going through the system, and then at 16-year-old, you're homeless.
Yeah. But I really wasn't homeless.
Okay.
I was homeless because
you chose not to deal with other people's shit, but you could go somewhere if you wanted to.
Really, like, shout out to Tatiana and shout out to your grandmother, who I love, and may her spirit rest in peace always. Like, they opened, like, Sue got into it with my mama, like, you got this baby out here like this, you need to get it together. And my mom was like, you don't talk to me like that. But she really had me out there like that because she wasn't, like, trying to see what was going on with her 16-year-old daughter for her to be repelling the way that she's repelling at this point. Like, you know, people think a child only acts out for no reason. But it's really just a call for attention. Like, pay attention. Look at me. I'm going through this. But, you know, people be like, you too young. All you do is go to school. Why you got a hard life? Why you depressed? Why you this? Why you that? People don't give the credit, or, again, just going back to the attention that's needed to help develop a being. Because you go through stages in life. You got your baby, you got your toddler, you got your adolescence, teenager, and all of them require different attention and different levels, or as in other cultures would call, like, initiations, or, like, you know, you coming into adulthood, you coming into this. And I'm having all this energy, and I'm taking all this energy on from other people, and it was making me psychotic, like, not present in my reality, to the point I was suicidal. So after that, I didn't like school, but people always seen that I was, like, I guess above average, or like something special. So I always had opportunities to like do something with myself, because I was always, poor people, they always it's gonna be something going on for poor people. Whether it's a college scholarship, whether it's something like, you know, and my school was trying to be supportive to the best of their ability, but I was like, y'all missionaries. Right. Get away from me. Y'all missionaries. Right. Like, I know what y'all want with black little kids. Y'all missionaries.
So like you spoke on, you try to kill yourself. Like, you actually try to kill yourself twice?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Oh, I mean, what is the tipping point that someone says, I want to kill myself?
When your mental just shut down. When you feel like there's no hope in life. Like, when you gotta be 16 and you don't go back to this abusive house, because at this point, it's deeper than my mama at this point. Like, I don't want to keep having to, like like, it sounds so terrible to say it, but I just have to say it. I don't want to have to keep fucking to have a place to stay. Like, I don't want to keep having to go do certain things just so, you know, I can just be okay or breathe or go another day. Like, I just hated life. Like, I didn't understand what would be the purpose. Wow. And then there's people who say they care about you, but by this time my daddy got in my life, and if I would have told my daddy I'm going through this, I don't know how he would have responded. I don't know if he would have came and provided shelter and protection for his baby girl, or if he would have been like, ho, wow. this. Like, I already got my little brother. When my little brother found out I lost my virginity, it was so sad because I basically, like, he took it as a badge of honor. The dude took it as a badge of honor and was telling everybody, and it was like my first embarrassing moment. And it was like, in this society, if you're not pure or this or this, like, you worthless at this point. Like, you got that on you, and it was like, oh my God, terrible. So my brothers fought this man every day till they both turned 21.
Wow.
I mean, not every day.
Yeah, I know
but
yeah.
I don't even think it was about me anymore at this point, because
my sister's 2 front teeth out. He one day on Lorenz, we live in Lorenz, a little boy named Chris, and shout out to Chris wherever you are in the world. He used to always play too much. Everybody know the little kid that just play too much. You always playing, bro. So we out there and it's snowing. He run up to my sister out of nowhere. I'm just sitting there talking to my sister. He grabbed her by her jacket and shake her jacket like this. He knocked my sister's 2 front teeth out. I know what you mean by beating somebody's ass every single day through the summer. Because every time I see my sister wake up and them 2 front teeth gone, every time I see you, I'm on your ass. Yeah. So I know what that's like.
But, like, my little brother lost his job. Like, dude had the same job as my little brother, and, like, they was fighting in the hospital. Like, I'm talking about they grown men at this point. Like, right. I lost my dream when I was 16, so he was 15 to 21. So that was, like, it made me feel better. Like, dang, I got somebody that's gonna fight for my honor, period. Right. But it just was a lot. I ain't wanna live.
Yeah, so so later on, like, your dad died when you were 17? Mm-hmm. What was the last time, like, you spoke to your dad?
At hospice. And actually it was before, because when he got to hospice, he stopped speaking. He wasn't able to speak. But, like, I spoke to him. The last time I actually spoke to him was, like, him going to hospice. And once he realized he was going to hospice, and, like, he caught me right there, like, Nene. I was like, oh, shit. Like, what? Because once you go to hospice, like, you just go in there to die. Mm-hmm. And that was just, like, yeah.
I mean, there's no other way of asking, but, like, the question I always ask is, because I still have both my parents, I always ask, would you rather it be sudden, or would you rather it would have been going to hospice and watching him slowly go?
I can't say.
Right. Yeah. It hurts either way. Mm-hmm. There's you can't prepare for somebody to die. Even when you know, you still got this inkling of hope that somehow it'll all get reversed and something will be okay. And when they die, it's unexpected, even when kind of like, you know, you know it's coming, mm-hmm. but you still have that, you still got that hope mm-hmm. and belief that somehow this isn't going to happen to you, you know. Wow. Yeah. Sudden is terrible.
Cause I was waiting, like,
sudden is.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe.
Well, I wouldn't want it to be sudden. Now that I think about it, sudden is terrible. I had a moment to, like,
say goodbyes, talk.
I mean, I'm being grateful because we had an opportunity to know, like, okay, goodbye. But sudden, I don't think I would have been able to take it because I'm so much of a daddy's girl. Even now, like, somebody do something to me, I'm telling my daddy. Mm-hmm. Like, their dad, get him. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. Get him.
Somebody just checked in on the podcast and said, showing love from the Netherlands, Bumbi.
Period. What's up?
And this is Delarue in Nul. You know them, Bumbi?
Cool.
It's from the Netherlands. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot this year, so
we worldwide on the thorough side.
I didn't send the link out to a lot of people.
Yes, sir. That's pretty cool. What's up, bro, from the Netherlands, man? Can you smoke weed in the Netherlands freely?
Or that's why does it matter, Smith? If it's a gateway drug, why does it matter, Smith?
I
Why
think
does it
that's
matter?
Amsterdam.
Have fun with it. They love it. It's
Wait,
not
is
for
the Netherlands
them.
above Canada?
The Netherlands is like Europe. Like that's like some
I'm
Europe
gonna make
type
so
shit.
many sound bites on her. She is hilarious on the low. She do. The Netherlands of
Oh, well, he said he knows you from Mafia magazine.
What's poppin', family?
Yes, sir.
Word.
We in here going crazy, bro.
Word.
Much love, man.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
fam.
bro.
So
That's fam down.
so Smith kind of went through a situation where he lost his mother. So.
Right. So I lost my mom suddenly. I was young. I was only 11 when I lost my mom. And to not bombard us with too much, and my dad.
What?
Both, you know. Young, unexpected. Both of them was just some fucked up shit. But then my brother, he passed away, and I was with him every step of the way. So, you know, that's why I can just say both. It's hard no matter what. You know what I'm saying? The progression of death, the prayers that you offering up to the Most High, the hope that you know, because I've prayed for so many things and all of them have came through for me, you know?
Absolutely.
When you're praying for somebody's life, it's a little different, you know, because you don't want to offend God by saying, let him live. You kind of say, let him live if it's in your will, just so you won't feel like your prayers didn't get answered. And I think I may have kind of like went that way a little bit, but I know that we all did
God.
pray. Like, you know what I'm saying? We prayed, but
What'd you say?
I said at one point I offended God.
How so?
Like, I cursed God. Because I didn't understand, like, why am I going through this? Like, but now I'm at a point and I have an understanding about my life. Like, them gave me my stripes. Like, I went through that to be able to assist so many young girls.
Yes.
Like, to be able to walk through it. Like, I got so many little sisters that I walk the path with them. Like, I ain't in that lifestyle no more. But, like, certain things they just know. Like, when they feel breaking, even my big sisters, when they feel like they breaking, like, you can't break because I ain't going to allow you to break. Like, I'm my sister's keeper. Like, I'm my woman's keeper. I love women. Except for even the women who don't like me or don't love me. I forgive y'all because...
Like a bunch of people in your research out there, like Angel. Yeah. Is that your sister? Yeah. So,
that's my dog.
Yeah. So like she's an entrepreneur also. There's another person that popped up, Tisha Jackson. She got the plus size t-shirt store for the plus size t-shirt boutiques, and you said that you looked up to her growing up. So you ain't gotta remember.
Who?
Carlos, from now on, when somebody don't remember, just say Coach Knox. I don't remember.
Coach, I don't remember. Yeah. So Tisha Jackson as a role model growing up. Salute to her with her plus size boutique, plus T's boutique, whatever. So fast forward. Anyway, so you finally graduate high school. What's that like from that standpoint of accomplishing that with all that you've been through?
I ain't give a fuck. Oh, excuse my language.
No, you can speak freely.
But I didn't care. At this point, my dad died like 6 months before I was supposed to graduate. So my life was already shattered. I started skipping school. I think they just graduated me because I started terrorizing the teachers and the students to a certain point. It was just like, and they felt so...
Bullied.
I wouldn't even feel like they felt so bullied. They felt so sorry for me.
Pity in a certain...
Yeah, because at one point my mom came to school high as fuck. Like, high as fuck. I'm over here telling teachers, like, don't ask me about no homework, bro. I got 3 little boys I'm trying to take care of. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's no food in my refrigerator. There ain't been food in my refrigerator all week. So, why, like, only reason why I'm here is because I know I can get school lunch here. Like, if it wasn't for that, like, gone somewhere.
Damn.
So... that's why I was just telling them, like, y'all missionaries because y'all want to help, but I've been so traumatized by people not genuinely helping. Like, they just want you because you're a resource.
Yeah.
That I just start repelling people. Like, I don't need your help. I don't need charity. I don't need that. I'm tired of getting hand-me-down clothes. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of getting that. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I don't want to raise these kids no more. Come get y'all kids. But I couldn't still leave my little brothers like that because I'm their big sister.
Yeah.
Like, I'm their source of mama. Like I said, my mama left us in crack houses when we was young. Like, even in group homes with strangers that we had to learn to adapt to and stuff like that. One minute you with your mom, next minute you with this your auntie. But you never met this lady as your auntie or nothing like that. Or this your cousin. Like, what is a cousin? This a cousin? Oh, okay. So, high school, I don't really feel like I started enjoying life until 22. 20.
But
22, yeah, 22.
Yeah. So is that when you eventually had a child?
Mhm.
Yeah. So like, what was that like to finally be done with school and then now you got more ample time? I mean, during this time you said you was working 3 jobs, getting 3 different checks during this time. So like, what all was you up to?
Well, and let me
Go ahead.
kind of like interject a little. Like, when did the entrepreneurial vibe hit you? Because you definitely love looking at different businesses and seeing how you can fit in somewhere. So, about when did that come into play?
I started my first business when I was 19, but I always used to sell like leftover dinners when possible from my sister Latanya, like in high school and stuff like that. I'll go visit her. She won't have no more leftovers after that.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I thought I had. Nope. Neither came. I left. Yeah, so like 19, entrepreneur, started business, and then shoot. Since then.
Yeah. I remember on one of your posts you said that like you spent $400 and you bought the worst hair ever.
I did.
So walk us through that process. What happened?
I was at work working for a home health company, and I'm like, I'm tired of working like this. I need to be up a bag. Something hit me like, you should spend this $400. That was my check. You should spend it on some weave. So I'm on Alibaba. I called my sister Latanya like,
Alibaba.
should I buy weave? It's like $400 and I get this and I'm able to make my money back plus some and all this other stuff. She was just like, you gonna spend $400 on some weave anyway? I said, boom.
Who told you that?
My sister Latanya.
Shout out to Latanya, man.
For real.
Wow.
So I spent it and it was terrible. They was like, girl, it won't stop shedding. It was like, it won't stop shedding.
So I'm not that too familiar with hair. So like, well, what do you mean to keep shedding?
Like the track, it was a very low grade quality of hair. So it was like cat hair. That's what I call cat hair.
But so people still trying to support you. So like people still buying it.
After that batch, I've got another vendor.
Okay.
And then you just start getting better. Because whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. So weave was something, and I'm like, dang, okay. I wanted to do it. Shout out to Rob Hood. Hello, Hood, my mentor. Like, what? I love Hood. Like,
legendary
Hood.
Rob Hood.
What? I wouldn't even... Yeah, Hood, shout out to you because you definitely helped me and assisted me in so many ways and so many levels. I wouldn't even be this business savvy without your guidance to this day. So
Word.
You did that.
Look, one of the best legendary handshakes we ever got virtually for Hood, man, for sure.
Like, Hood did that. Hood made my first website. Oh my gosh, bro. Hood introduced me to Richard, what is his name? Richard Morse.
Yeah, you talking about my bro Richie Rich.
Rich Crackhead Rich.
Stop doing that. Bro.
No.
We ain't gonna do that.
Okay, I won't do it like that, but I would say I had a real life experience with Rich. I flew into Arizona, and it was not what he told me and my big sister it was supposed to be.
Hey, but Rich is a genius.
He is a genius. But
Rich is a genius.
Your words still gotta be bond because Rich, at the end of the day, he did. He
It does.
He did not hold his bar and he had my life in danger. Like I never lie about nobody.
But
like that.
No. I ain't saying that you're lying because Rich owes me. He might owe me money right now. Rich got my motherfucking website taken. I paid Rich for a motherfucking robot. And damn it, didn't never get it. But at the end of the day,
That can be your brother. I respect your brother.
Yeah. And that's the only reason why, because you know what? Just forgiveness gives you a lot of control.
You right.
And then, man, I'm gonna give.
Man,
Rich is a
like that until I said it.
Rich is a fucking genius, man. This
Rich is a genius.
Man, listen, back in the day, I can pull this shit up right now on
yeah, because Rich got me on my website and my coding. He got my level of coding and stuff up there too. Like, I still do stuff and use software that Rich got me hip to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, he's wild time.
Yeah, he might have fucked you over. But Rich fucked Eric. He got a whole trail of fuckovers. Like, goddamn it, that he done fucked the nigga up and left him hanging. Like, man, I should really have the same type of like vitriol and say shit like that. But if I was to scroll back on my YouTube timeline and shit, you'll see Rich in here with my store. Because Rich came into this shop and was like, Smed, bro, I fucked up and I love you, bro. And I'm so fucking sorry that I ever fucked up and fucked you over. And anything that I can do for you, I'm going to do that shit. And it was over.
He gave that to you. He didn't give that to me.
He will.
Rich.
He will.
If you see this,
He will. For sure he will.
If you see this,
cause
I ain't that salty.
There you go.
Salty.
Right. And that's the thing. Like,
which camera I need to look at?
Right there. Right there, bro.
I'm salty. I ain't gonna cry, but I'm salty.
Hey, when Rich, this brother,
I don't even know.
You don't.
I ain't got a horse in the race. This
right.
got me off guard.
But
I can't
Bumbi,
prepare for this.
Honestly,
Rich told me I wasn't no queen. He said, Bumbi, chill out. You not no queen. I said,
yeah, but
I chilled out though, and then I left.
Yeah,
and I talked about stuff after I left.
But you know what though? I hold you in the same type of high regard. Like, you know what I'm saying? As I don't know, man. Like me, I always look at what somebody can be. And I can't never see any of the fucked up shit that they do. Even if they do it for a little while and I like despise that act. No, I was 19
and this man but see, I had to go through this lesson. Like, you just can't be trustworthy of people just because, like, me and Rich had this whole get rich, I ain't gonna say quick scheme, okay, but we were supposed to go to the Silicon Valley and I was gonna fuck them white boys up. You hear me? I was gonna be, he was sending me in, you feel me? We were supposed to be like robots, you know Rich. What? So
Rich was building me a robot. Rich was he done supposed to build me a motherfucking robot. Rich, man,
hey, I'm telling you.
I had a website in 1999. Rich built my whole motherfucking website. Rich built me a whole Vice City game, man.
I think I
where it was gold for your mouth on the buildings, and goddamn it, when you walked, I'm talking about a for real Vice City.
He is a genius, but
like Rich a bad motherfucker, man. But he got some vices. He got some vices that getting thrown off and fucked up, and I done felt that same anger. I done. Text him, nigga, I'll fuck you up.
No, you don't understand. I left dating on a whole journey because of Rich. Mm-hmm. Because of Rich. Like, Rich propelled me into some things I would never even been propelled into. So I'm going to give him forgiveness because of that. Because it allowed me.
Everybody gonna be saying they want to know the Rich.
Everybody, we gonna bring Rich on. Rich got several podcasts with me.
Okay.
But listen, bro. But listen.
Isn't that fine? Story, bro?
Fine. Let me put this shit on this Zoom.
Story to tell too,
no. I agree. I can't tell you what to think. But what I am saying is, find the seed of equivalent benefit in any situation that you in, and you'll be much better after you come out of it. So
you're right.
It seems fucked up on the surface, but where is it helping you? What did you learn?
It took me
taking that and we catapult.
What I learned is just because they hoods people or somebody else people don't mean you gotta make them your people, no matter how smart or genius it is. Like,
yes.
Just because I learned to he taught me about discernment. Like, let me tell you. For one, he was supposed to pick me up from the airport. He came 4 hours later.
You know what?
Man,
back then, I know that I was around you at that point.
See, that
And I wonder, did I warn you about that?
You didn't.
I don't know, man.
No, because nobody warned me about Rich.
Had you mentioned Rich, Hood is he's good to go. Yes, but if you ever mention Rich to me, and you should have, because me, Rich, and Hood is like I introduced Rich to Hood.
But I know for a fact I never brought up the conversation because
if you would have told me about Rich, I would have told you like,
man, listen,
make sure that's all right first, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because Rich,
19, 20-year-old girl, me then I didn't know how to make sure I didn't learn how to verify people until I had to go through them lessons and be like, okay, nobody verified Rich for you outside of Hood just saying he cool and you being on, like, I'm on screen time and, like, for hours with Rich, like, going through websites, doing this. Like, he's showing me so much stuff, bro, like, coding. It was almost like a mind fuck, like, at one point, because it was so much information that was very valuable to the point, like, we gonna get rich off of this. Like, we can go to the Silicon Valley. Like, when you taking stuff to the Silicon Valley, it was supposed to be
lit.
Yeah, it was like some of that, and it was just like.
And the thing about it, man, like, Rich is capable, man.
He's very capable, and I thought I was capable to be able to.
Both of y'all together is a good combo.
But both of us together, no, it wasn't. It was like.
It could be. It's got potential, but y'all got to structure
it had potential. Right. But listen, for one, he had me at this airport scared after I done snuck this weed from Vegas to Arizona, and it had already been in my bags. So I'm still at the airport for 4 hours with these white people. And they just looking, and I'm paranoid at this point because I'm like, do they know I got this weed on me? Or whatever the case may be. Long story short, and in the 4-hour process of him coming to pick me up, he done told me he went to go do 3 things. Get some gas, get some weed.
Why you going to get some if y'all pulling up in the... Right.
Exactly. Yeah. When he told me he was getting some weed, I wanted to yell on the phone like, nigga, I already just brought weed through the airport. Just come get me. Like... I got the weed. Like, that's all I wanted to tell him. And then he told me he was doing something else. So when he finally picked me up, I'm feisty. So I'm hot. I'm like, nigga, he like, calm down, Bubby. Just be cool, Bumbi. I'm like, all right. So I ain't saying nothing. He like, we got to go get some weed. Flag 1. No, this flag 2. Because flag 1 was you pulling up late. Flag 2. How? I thought you already got the weed. Like... Why are we about to go get some weed and you already got the weed and you 4 hours late picking me up?
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, we pull up to this like hotel. It's dark. I never been to Phoenix, Arizona ever. So this is new to me. We pull up to a strange building or whatever. Why? He got to push to start the car. So he's in there for like 30 minutes. The car shut off. I think it shut off because it's just on too long. Mm-hmm. Who ran out of gas?
Oh, no.
After he said he was getting gas.
Okay, so that's... So that's number 2.
No, that's number 3.
Okay, so that's number 3.
Number 2 was the weed. He said you got to pull up to this place to get some weed. So number 4 is he find this white man that looked like he on some type of drugs and send him with $10 in a gas can to go get some gas. Now, I didn't think this man was going to come back. And now I'm scared because I done told my sister that I was going to be okay. And she didn't want me to go. But I'm like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to come back with a bag. I'm going to move you from the city. Come back with a bag. So now I'm scared because now I'm realizing I don't know this man. This is my first time meeting him in person. Like, yeah, you think you may know somebody because y'all sharing computer screens for hours and y'all on the phones every day. And he telling you this story and you didn't spoke to his so-called wife or his daughter. I don't know. So anyway, we finally get some gas. He pulled up to the gas station. That's when he told me, Bumbi, you not no queen. Cool the fuck out. Calm down. I said, okay, I'll calm down. So I got my little book bag, and we pull up to this trailer.
Okay.
I knew then I fucked up.
Are you scared at this point?
I've been scared.
Right.
I been scared. I was just like.
So.
It was never supposed to be a trailer.
Are you in Vegas or Arizona?
I'm in Arizona. Like, I flew from Vegas to Arizona.
So you are literally out in the desert, walking toward the trailer with a man that
it wasn't.
you
It was.
just met. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
for
basically, like I didn't just meet him. I met him physically for the first time, but like
you had been building with him for a long time.
Yeah. So it was like a year. Like you building, like bro. Once you do certain codes with people. Y'all tied in.
You ain't gotta be there physically for you to feel that connection.
Yeah, you know him. She's saying she went somewhere where she actually knew somebody.
But
it's kind of like a little catfishy in a way, but not all the way.
But no, because I know he's fat. I know, like we seen each other on video camera. We like all this other stuff.
Yeah,
like, what's up,
and he knows Hood, who is your bro.
And I'm like Hood. I met him in physical. Hood, like he did my website, like everything. So I thought it was cool. He even talked to my big sister Latanya or whatever and verified with her. She like, you should make sure you're gonna take care of my baby. He like, yeah, I got her. We about to go do this. It was the whole $1 million plan that was it was like I can't even remember the startup plan, but it was on something else
high level type of money making opportunity. So at this point in the store, you walk up and you in the desert and you see a trailer. Now, is this like a trailer, like a trailer park, or is a trailer like the back of a 18 wheeler?
It's like a trailer park.
Okay.
Like trailer park, trailer. It's nighttime. Like at this point, cause look, my plane get there like 4:00. He don't come get me till like
8.
Yeah. So by the time we get there, it's like 11:00 because we had to go through a lot.
Yeah, like the gas running out and stuff like that. So now it's getting around 12:00.
Exactly. And I'm just like, so we get in there. He like, I'm like, he like, you gonna be sleeping in there. So like, we both upset. We both upset.
Yeah.
He like, you gonna be sleeping in there? I'm like, what? So then he bring the air mattress from the living room into the other room, and then the way he bringing the air mattress, it get a hole in it.
Oh no! Oh my god!
And then I don't know his drug choice, but I've been around drugs, and certain drugs got just certain smells, and I smelled it, and it put me like it made me feel like a little like
brought you back.
Yeah, so I left like when I woke up because I went to sleep crying, like hold my book back like this, like in a corner. Richard texted me and he basically said the next morning after I wake up, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be fine, everybody gonna be calmed down. I didn't even get him the next morning. Like once I realized he was gone, I called me an Uber. I went to a Waffle House. I called my big brothers and I was like, can I come to Charlotte? All this other stuff. Like I'm not trying to go back home to Dayton. I just left. I don't want to feel like a failure. I got my business. I can try to make something work and all this other stuff. Woo. My brother was like, cool, come on, but that ain't happening either. And I got sent back up here.
Wow, man. So like you literally was going out there like I'm bringing back the title. Like I'm leaving and I'm about to set myself up.
Yeah, because I was done with dating.
I'm starting new. Like basically like starting new.
Yeah, because none of my business was popping off at this point. Like I got a cleaning company or like I'm just trying different businesses to see what I want to do, what I like to do. But then I can't keep cleaning people dirty toilets. That's not me.
Right.
And I don't like doing half jobs. So Rich was like, Bumbi, this is the money. And I'm just like, all right, let's go.
Right. So when you come back, what's the very first thing that you do?
Cry.
Because you felt like a failure at this point?
Mm-hmm.
You felt like, you went all out there for nothing.
Yeah. But then my sister, she spoke life back into me. She was like, baby, you gonna fail. You gonna meet people like that all the time. Latanya. Yeah, she's like, you gonna meet people like that all the time. You just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going. So then I came home, stayed for a while, and then I ended up leaving again.
Where'd you go?
To DC.
Mm-hmm. So was this supposed to be like, okay, this is something I'm about to start over new in DC, or was it another opportunity for you?
I didn't know what I was doing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I just was trying to do something different.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does DC work out?
I'm here, ain't I? Like, nah, DC was cool though. It was cool. It was a learning experience. I actually had an experience where this old lady tried to kill me, and like.
What was the situation?
I'm just being too trustworthy of people. I don't know how to because I was always thrown around strangers, I felt like I didn't know no stranger.
Right. Like me, I don't know. I have this inherent thing. I could be anywhere, like literally, myself in a corner around 100 people. Somebody is gonna walk through them and ask me for directions before they ask anybody else. I've never met a stranger. Everybody just talks to me.
Yeah.
Let me ask right now, for example.
Yeah,
So yeah, I understand what you mean by that.
I never met, and then I didn't have a grandmother. My grandmother died like when I was 5. So like me and this lady, she supposed to be so wisdom and all
Where'd
this
you meet
other
this lady
stuff.
at?
I met her at Asar Asset Society. So they like an ancient Asarian or like Kemetic society.
Okay, so this where you were saying like you're taking a journey, a Kemet, where you're trying to find out your last name based off of, you know what I'm saying, like the Kemet book. Okay. I did my research.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I met her, and she was not who she said she was. And to me, I feel like...
How did you make that connection with her? It was through that program?
Yeah, it was through that organization. They have, like, a co-op. So they got a store and a restaurant. And she used to work, like, with them. Like, and one day she just said something to me, and then we just started building on that. And the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm looking at her like she an elder, so I'm going to her house. I'm starting to meet her kids, I'm meeting her family. I'm spending the night, and then I ended up spending the night for a week. And on that 7th night, that's when it got weird.
Got weird as in what?
Like, she tried to kill me.
I mean, we all know the powerful and the number 7. So on the 7th day, she tried to kill you?
Yeah, on the 7th day, she tried to kill me.
What do you think her reason was?
I don't know.
Do you think it was some type of sacrifices with the 7th day?
It could have, because, like, when I just was, like, reviewing everything that I went through, like, with this lady and everything that she was saying, certain stuff started making sense in a different way.
Right.
Like, stories that I felt like she was telling me that happened with her was like, no, she... people be looking at me like I'm crazy, but I feel like people be energy harvesting as well. As well, like real life energy harvesting, taking people's organs and stuff like that, selling them. I don't know what she was trying to do, but in DC, it's a lot of different things going on, and like that's one of the top places where a lot of men, women, and children, especially indigenous people, is like going up missing.
So like, what kind of stories was she telling you that was letting you know, like, wait a minute, like, this ain't a story you just trying to tell me, you trying to show me something?
It wasn't until after the fact. Like, she telling me, like, for example, she was telling me about how somebody tried to steal her identity and all this other stuff. And she ended up finding out about it and, you know, confronting the person and whatever. And then I'm just thinking, like, ooh, Jerry. Like, right. But then after I'm in it, I'm like, no, you stole somebody else's identity. Didn't nobody steal your identity. Like, that was you stealing these people's identities and stuff like that.
Right.
So, like, a couple of stories I started picking up as that, like, she stole that lady's identity. Like, she stole that lady's identity. And it was a lot because it put me, like, in shock. Like, the story I told you, like, with Richard, it was different because I was scared, but it was only scared because I'm, like, moving too fast. This nigga, his, like, you know, you can read people's energy, and it wasn't what I thought I knew before. Yeah. This scary was different because I really was drugged.
Drugged?
Yeah, like when I went to the hospital and stuff like that, I had a sprained ankle, and they had found not crack cocaine, talk too much about crack, but cocaine in my system.
Okay. So,
like, that's why I was even more sporadic and more, like loopy as fuck. Like, it was crazy.
So on this day that she tried to kill you, like, so like, what was the living arrangement? Did you have like your own room, or was it?
I'm just spending the night. So like,
you on the couch type of.
Yeah, but she don't got couches. They got floor furniture and stuff like that. So like, I'm sleeping on the floor, pallet on the floor. Like, I'm not really tripping because like, shoot, I didn't already experience the hard life. So me sleeping on the floor in somebody's home that's supposed to love me,
that ain't.
It ain't, like, you know, and I'm helping her. Like, what she, like, supposed to be older, I'm helping her with her grandchildren. She watch her grandchildren, all this other stuff. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it, but this man just appeared all of a sudden and shit like that. And then I tell her, like, it's time for me to go because I want to smoke. She like, you know, I used to be Rasta. I don't mind you smoking or whatever the case may be. So somehow, like, she got my bag of weed, and she said she was grinding it up. But, like, when I seen the weed, it was, like, white powder, which she said it was calcium that came from the blender when she was trying to blend the weed up. Now, I'm not stupid. I was raised around, like, you know, so I was just like, well, I don't want that weed. I'm cool. I ain't want to defend her, but it was just like, that's when the energy starts shifting where it was like, what big hands you have, what big eyes you have. Like, oh, girl, you in a wolf's den right now. Like,
right. So she was trying to lace you with crack and
I mean,
weed.
I didn't mean to say crack,
or
but
cocaine and weed.
Yeah. But I did get laced.
So
I don't know how did I get laced, but when I went to the hospital, it was in my system. I'm not no cokehead, so
right. So
how is this in my system?
Well, if she's preparing the food and stuff like that, she could have it in her nails when she's preparing the food. You eat her food. It could have been in your system that way. But so like while you're there, I mean, are you making any contact with your people that's back in Dayton, or are you just and like what are things are they saying to you about your living arrangement, or you kind of like
I wasn't
downplaying
living
it?
with her.
Okay,
well, I'm just visit. Like I already got my own place. I'm just, you know, she saying, how you gonna turn the old lady away when she like, it's late, just spend the night here or whatever the case may be. And at this point, I'm traveling with a backpack. Like, I got my handy dandy backpack. This was me taking on the world at this point. So, like, to me, it was just cool. And I already been raised where I was shifting from this place, or able to adapt with more people.
It was normal to you.
So it was normal. Like, I didn't see that until, like, literally the 7th day. But I didn't realize this stuff until... That happened when I was 22. I'm 25 now. So I didn't have days on days thinking about it. And this was, like, one of the first people I ever was fearful of, like, when it came to black magic. Because I didn't know what this lady knew.
Mm. So she tried to kill you. So, like, walk us through the day that she tried to kill you.
Like... happened like this, like, so I told you about the weed. She gave me the weed. I'm like, I don't want that. Cool, whatever. So I'm sitting at the computer screen. Next thing I know, like, I'm going through a trance. Like, she's playing these binaural beats and stuff like that. Like, I call it, like, hypnosis, because I don't know what it was. But for some way, somehow, I broke the trance, and I remember crying to her, like, I don't want to do whatever you're trying to put me through. Like, whatever you're trying to put me through, I'm not ready to go there, or whatever the case may be. So, but I'm still stuck. Like, I'm stuck. To me, it was like on some get out stuff. Like, so from there, like, it was something on this blue rag that she like tried to put over my face. Yeah. And then from there, that's when... Like
chloroform?
I don't know. Yeah. I just remember a blue rag, she coming behind me and doing this. Like, I wore glasses at the time, so, like...
She snuck up behind you and did that shit?
Yeah, like...
After playing some trance music. After she went to the hospital, she found out in hindsight that it was cocaine in her system as well. Yeah. So she believes this lady was trying to do a ritual on her because she stayed there for 7 days. On the 7th day is when she got attacked. Now, we're in the middle of stories, man. All right.
No, dog. I'm just
not look for real. But people didn't believe me because the person that I was accusing.
You said that lady's a witch, didn't you? Or...
To me, she can be a witch, but I don't know. Like, she went under so many different schools of thoughts, and that who knows what she know. Like, she told me she was under a non-being order, but now I know real people who's in that lifestyle and stuff like that. And
a non-what?
A Naya-Bingi order, which is basically like a form of Rastafarianism or something like that. Like, you know, that's real big in like like in Jamaica and stuff like that. So who knows what she knew? So I was scared. Then like once I left that, like a day or 2 days later, outside my window, because I was staying with my cousin at that, I see a black cat appear.
Wait. So when she tries to put the rag over your face, what happens at that point?
At that point, I just bucked the fuck up. Like, with all my strength, everything, I don't know. Like, it just was like, I remember calling her a bitch, like, bitch, get back. Like.
So had you had your son at this point? Or you had your
I ain't have my daughter yet.
Okay, your daughter. So your daughter is your oldest child?
Yep, my only child.
All right, so let's get to, I want brightness.
Yeah.
Right, quick.
But we in the middle of a storyline trying to kill her.
I know that, but she did.
Man, you gonna we're gonna get there. I just wanna.
He said, I want to hear the story.
Yeah, what happened now? You can't just leave. The viewers is watching too, man. You come back in the restroom break talking about, all right, y'all, let's get to the rainbows.
Let me just summarize it real quick. So
let's put a bow on your trip to DC.
Basically, after she tried to do that, I ran out the house. I ended up begging in a 7-Eleven for somebody to help me, and the African man didn't want to help me, and I was like,
The African man was the owner of the store?
or the worker.
Yeah.
A worker or whatever. He didn't want to help me. Like, I had to run up this big hill in the boondocks in Maryland. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm over here, I asked this Mexican lady, like, to help me. I'm like, please help me. My phone's is dead. I can't call nobody. Don't know what's going on. Like, somebody just tried to kill me. I'm panicking. But now I even know I'm even more panicking because I had drugs in my system. So my adrenaline was, like,
through the roof.
It was off the roof. People probably think I'm crazy and everything else. So I finally get in the 7-Eleven. I'm like, can you please put my phone on the charger, or can I use the phone to call the police? Somebody just tried to kill me. He like, get out. I'm like, I can't get out. Like, the lady at this point, she following behind me in the car. Like,
oh, wow.
So I'm like, she's outside. I can't. I'm like, I swear to God, I cannot leave the store. This lady just tried to kill me. I cannot. So this black man came in, and I just, like, broke down crying to him. I'm like, I told him my government. I'm like, my name is this, and if you end up on the news, I'm like, I'm not from here. Just, you know, he not trying to help me. My phone dead. This lady just tried to kill me, and I'm like, I just don't want to die up here like this. And he was just like, man, let her use the phone. You clearly see, like, you know, so he let me use the phone to charge. He let me use the charger, charge my phone, and he let me use the store phone to call the police. My phone came on before the police came, so I called me an Uber. But I still went to file a police report after because my cousin was like, you got to file a police report. And I'm just like, but the police traumatized me even more, too.
What do you mean?
Because they don't give help in D.C. They don't. It's a, like, you know, like, they be like, you got Commonwealth states and stuff like that. Yeah. D.C. is a district, and they rules and stuff is way different from whatever. So the police, they was just looking at me like, and who is this lady? And then I'm trying to tell them she with this religious organization and all this other stuff. So they was like, did you join a cult? Like, is it like, like they, and I'm like, mind you, I'm still on drugs, but I don't know I'm high on drugs or nothing. I can't calm down. And now because I can't calm down, they ain't got no crisis skills or nothing. They not trying to help me calm down. He getting hostile. The lady getting hostile. They want stuff that I just cannot give them at this
moment because you're gone off drugs and you've never done it, so it's got you.
It was just crazy. Yeah. So they took me to the hospital, and then DC got the worst hospitals ever. They got the worst hospitals ever. I never been treated like that at Miami Valley or Good Sam. So I was just like in shock. So it took me a while.
Okay, so after you go through that crazy ordeal, after you've had another one before in Arizona.
That was the same year, too.
Same year. So now you go through all this drama, just trying to just chase the dream and the goal. Then you come back today.
Yeah.
And what is that like now after getting to the fight, getting knocked down, getting back in the fight, getting knocked down again?
I got pregnant.
Yay.
And then I got sat down.
Yes. Now you got to take care of somebody else. So you better chill
God
on
said
all that
she got too much time on her head.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go.
Because my girl was just up and leaving.
Right. So is this a great moment in your life to finally be, you know what I'm saying? Like, pregnant. Let's go through pregnancy first. Like, what was it like being pregnant to you?
Okay, my pregnancy, it was chill as fuck, even though my baby daddy wasn't there. It was chill. I didn't have no stresses for real. Like, and when I wanted was sad because my baby daddy wasn't there, it was just like, I just would use like rose quartz or amethyst and prayer to like help me through.
Right.
So it was cool though. My sister was there every step of the way.
So like this. So was it kind of easy for you to be a mom because you was already watching your younger?
Hell no. No, because it opened up so many different mother wounds. Like, it even made me even more estranged with my mom because I was just like, how do you like leave your children like this? Like, how was you not there? So my mom was trying to come around, and I just was like, and then she was cussing on me and my baby and stuff like that because we didn't allow her to be there for the birth. But because I didn't have a good relationship with her, I didn't necessarily want her there because I know birth is so special. Like, I prepared my whole pregnancy to have my baby at home, but because I didn't have a doula or a midwife to do it at home because Ohio forbids basically home births. It's like illegal to have your baby at home. So no midwife will allow, like, they wouldn't be my midwife when I told them I wanted them to midwife me at home. Nobody would be my doula.
I did not know that.
Nobody wouldn't be my doula because I wanted to have a baby at home, and they couldn't be a doula without a midwife being there. Mm-hmm. So it was just like me and my sister with my affirmations. And I was supposed to have a baby at home, but I never had a baby. So when them contractions,
right,
I said, is everything okay? Should I go to the hospital? She like, I can't tell you that because I know you don't want to go to the hospital, but I'm going to support you. Like, she was scared because she had all her babies at the hospital. So it was just like,
I ain't laughing, but that's some shit. Like, the person that's supposed to be the midwife that had their babies at the hospital with no experience how to walk you through this shit.
Man, look,
you're like,
I mean, like Smith, like for instance, like to me, I look at going to the dealership to get your car serviced the same thing as, like, you know what I'm saying, like hospital, right? So like you get like routine stuff, you probably could do like changing a tire yourself. You know what I mean? You probably could change your own oil yourself. But you gotta do a whole engine replacement. Go to a professional. You know what I mean? Like,
but see, I don't feel like hospitals are the professionals. I feel like if that was the case, because so many black women died. Like, I could have lost my life in the hospital. Like, I lost so much blood, and the doctors, they were like, it was crazy.
They want to give me cancer so bad, man. I know he do.
Everybody who is a natural healer and herbalist, cancer peanut
up, man. No. Actually, I'm gonna start my alkaline life. I'm right back with y'all. How about that?
But so, did you actually have your daughter at home?
No, I was at the hospital.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good
so
stuff.
They busted my water too. I wanted to sue them.
Wait, so like they had to do a force?
For one, to check my service. When she checked my service, she busted my water, which allowed me to have a more complicated birth as well too. Like what I know now and stuff like that, and how I have assisted people like with having that at-home birth, and what my philosophy is, you should never rupture a woman's water. Like, I don't believe in inducing women. I don't believe in none of the stuff that Western medicine, I'm not going to say none of it, but most of it, because it's unnatural to how the body work and stuff like that.
Well, I thought I was dreaming. That's my alarm clock to wake me up. I'm like, man, I'm having a good ass interview with my damn
So it was like, it was a lot because they wouldn't even let me squat. I'm like, can I squat? They like, no. They had tied me down to the bed and
tied you down.
Basically, they put like a belt on me and told me I had to like lay here so they can monitor the fetus and stuff like that, and that was like so uncomfortable to me. But I understood that the hospital was my enemy, so I wasn't trying to go in there and alert the enemy that you got somebody that don't believe what you believe in here. So I'm over here like just not even focusing on them, like connecting with me and my baby, because I know it's not them doing anything. I'm going to have to do all the work at the end of the day too. So I'm just saying my affirmations, like my contractions aren't stronger than me because they come from me. The stronger my contractions are, the closer I'm about to come to meet my baby, like stuff like that. Like, you know, my nurses, they said I did a good job. I got a high five, but they stole my placenta.
So you'd rather I kept it?
Yeah, I signed everything before I even, if they wasn't, they already told me I couldn't keep my placenta connected. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, but I don't want y'all touching my placenta. I want it. Let me sign whatever release forms I need to get it. So I signed it before I was even strapped to the bed. You hear me? Because I wasn't doing nothing.
What's significant about you keeping your placenta?
Keeping the placenta connected to the baby allow the baby to absorb all the nutrients it's supposed to give anyway. The placenta will naturally come off without any clipping or anything. Like when the baby and the placenta come out, it's like it helped the baby with like its nervous system, like developing a strong immune system as well too. Like just think the baby being connected to this, not necessarily the mother, but the placenta the whole time in the womb. So now you eject the baby from, well, you don't, but nature, it takes the baby, the placenta helps the baby like breathe. It helps the baby do a lot of different things that.
How long should a baby be connected to the placenta?
Until it naturally come off.
Oh, it naturally comes off?
Yeah.
How long does that normally naturally
Everybody
take?
is different. Some people can come off in 3 days. Some people come off in 14 weeks. But you'll know how long it'll take for a baby because, you know, they keep the little thing connected to the baby.
14 weeks?
Mm-hmm. It can take up to 14 weeks and stuff like that. But if you ever seen, like, a little baby, they got the little thing still connected to their navel and stuff like that. Like, when they, the umbilical cord. When they, I mean, I know, but, like, you know, that naturally come off. They send you home with that and stuff like that, too. So just imagine. If that naturally come off, it's going to naturally come off with the placenta. But because we live in so much of a microwavable society and everything got to be to your comfort and stuff like that, they took it off because just think you have a baby and you have a placenta that you're going to have to be carrying and moving. But how we have our babies now is so unnatural. The mother and the child should be resting for up to a period a day because they both just went through a traumatic experience.
True.
Yes, birth is natural, but it's a very traumatizing experience.
It's the ending of a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
What? My scream was so gangster, I don't even think I can have another baby.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I actually, like, I was listening to the story, but I just see people where, like, they bring it home and they actually prepare food and stuff with it.
I wasn't going to do
Or,
all
like, they use
that.
that for, like, hair growth, all type of stuff, man. So,
They eat the placenta.
Yeah, some people do. I wasn't going to use my placentas for that. I had started some fun sunflowers for my baby, sunflowers for Noni, so I was just going to bury the placenta under the sunflowers and stuff like that. So
I gotta rock real quick. God damn.
This man plays the no. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
People eat the placenta.
No. Because the Spencer, man, he gets to eat the placenta. Once you get the giggles, you can't. Once you get the giggles, you can't.
That's, but you know.
I'll never look at eyes.
Different cultures though, like might do different things, you know. Damn, which culture actually does eat it? Do we know?
Maybe some indigenous or natural cultures and stuff like that.
Oh,
but I don't know.
It's a natural thing.
But I think that is a form of
shame
cannibalism.
on them.
Yeah, I think that's a
You hear
form
me?
of cannibalism.
Shame on them.
Shame on.
It's funny.
I don't care. I don't care, man. Whatever culture was getting into it with me over eating a placenta, then you canceled.
Look, for all y'all out there on YouTube that's doing natural
Ring,
with the
I'm
placenta,
on should I get this call?
please hashtag cancel Smed. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. If you are offended.
I mean,
me and Michael Wright will be hosting this.
That's crazy.
When a baby get out of breast and
Cancel
stuff
me.
like that, it's under the notion that your baby is deprived or something, or it's your baby's immune system is not strong enough to fight off whatever man-made disease.
Right.
So like the placenta would curve all of that. If that's the theory, you're gonna give my baby a shot because I don't know. Noni didn't get no shots, and they wouldn't act like they wasn't gonna let us leave the hospital if they didn't take her blood. So that's the only thing that they did. One time.
One thing that I don't think that it's fair for hospitals to act like nobody else has any medical philosophy. And as a mother, whatever you might feel, you know, like if you say, look, I've done my research and this is how I feel about my child. I don't want the placenta detached and I don't want my child's blood drawn. I don't want any injections into my child. I want to do this as a natural thing all the way, right? If you feel like that for your child, I think that it should be allowed. I mean, they can give you recommendations, and then you say, you know, as a
doctors, they get
as a professional though, they can say, listen, I'm a professional. This is my recommendation, and it's up to you to either take the recommendation or not. And I don't think that it's cool for them to like force any of they. I don't think.
Sign an AMA which is against medical advice. It should be one of those.
Yeah.
But hospitals, they're profited businesses. So like, of course they had to steal my placenta. I don't even know.
Exactly.
just because the placenta is so powerful, and there is a people in this world that's at a negative death rate. So
they use it for stem cell research as well. So.
And yeah, they do.
And Botox.
And it's food.
And yeah, it's like.
Wait, you would eat some placenta?
No, I wouldn't eat it, but there are some people who do, so you could sell it to somebody as that.
Nah, they do. They use it as like.
You know what else is kind of fucked up though?
What?
And like we've been on for 2.5 hours, so I do want to get to our closing. But let's build on this real quick, Bumbi. Let me ask you what you think about this. Organ donors, right? When you donate your organs, these organs are normally transplanted at $100,000, $50,000, $30,000, but the family of the person who is donating the organ doesn't get any of the money for that.
Right.
No, because you donated it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. Yeah. I should have the right to sell my organs after I pass and have my family benefit from the profit of whatever this organ goes for.
You can do it right now on the Silk Road with Bitcoin. We talked about the black market earlier, man. You want to sell your liver, you can sell it right now, man.
But you only get one liver.
But it's not that. It's after you pass away.
I'm being silly, man. Everybody try to laugh today.
But it's so crazy because
I am laughing.
No, I'm laughing at you, motherfucker.
But speaking about
organs, I'm just saying, like, I just think that is something that's kind of like tied into the hospital thing, with how they do the shit they way.
I'm telling you, there is some type of organ harvesting going on in the process. And don't quote me on this because you ain't about to come after me, but yeah, there's some truth to that.
Nah, let me tell you, the organ harvesting is this. Stop giving schools and stop giving these hospitals the right to your children's information and stuff like that, because they is collecting data to put into their pool to be able to say this child or this person fits this and this, and if this man got $100,000 or $1 million or whatever to save his daughter, and his daughter need a heart and all this other
they'll
stuff.
Come get your child and snatch him to just make that link.
They will, and I had a dream about that when I was pregnant with my daughter, because all of a sudden, like, I went there to them people to, like, you know, they do your monthly pregnancy or whatever the case may be, but for some way, somehow, private organizations start calling me and saying that they were nurses and they were this and this with this company, and they want to basically, like, attach to my pregnancy, meaning they want to, if I need anything, they're going to ask me questions and I provide them information and all this other stuff, but basically about me, myself, and my baby. And it was 3 different private organizations that called under this guise, and they got a nice get up about it or whatever. If I wasn't, like, conscious as I was, I probably would have gave it. But I speak to so many mothers who say that they didn't freely gave away information to a person just because they said they is a nurse or they a doctor. But when you start looking at how these organs is being snatched, who else know how to take a liver out of a body?
Yeah.
A doctor.
Right.
Who else know how to, or coroners and stuff like that. Like, even with the dude that was in Chicago who went missing for 24 days, or he went missing for however many long, and he was in a corner for 24 days before his mother was able to even identify. And they took every organ out of this baby, from his brain to his, what does that say right then and there? And then you got all these transplants with these people, and I'm not speaking on nobody. You can be whoever you want to be. Life is that infinite. Be it well and be it proud, but, like, how do people get to transplant womb? If you want a womb that's living, the person got to be alive. They're not getting these organs from dead people.
Oh, God.
Like, you can't get no. What is a dead liver gonna do for somebody who is living?
Yeah.
People don't think like that. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, you can't regenerate the body once it stops.
Right.
So if there's no more blood going or pushing or nothing like that, I don't care. That liver is done. It's not going to give nobody the opportunity to, if that's the case, they wouldn't need liver, they wouldn't need donations.
Right. Word.
They wouldn't. So it's just like, it's a system that's at play that we feed with our negligence and our ignorance, because it's either too dark to see or be like admitting, or people just like benefiting from the system that gives you these things to numb you so you don't know that you're a part of the system.
Right. So is that part of the reason why you started Soul of Black Girls?
The Souls of Black Girls came I don't know if you heard of W.E.B. Du Bois,
Yes.
but he created The Souls of Black Folks. His book inspired me, and I created The Souls of Black Girls to assist with the 21st century. Was not the color line no more, but the identity itself. Most black women don't know who they are.
Right. So, like, tell us, like, what was the process that led to that?
Really just, like I was end up speaking at the White House, and I ended up speaking at like Congressional Black Caucus, and you got to speak under something, and I didn't want to speak under Dignity in Schools campaign because I didn't agree with all of their principles and philosophies when it come to the pipe for.
How'd you get to speak at the White House? That's a good.
The White House Initiative Education.
Mhm.
How'd you line that up?
Yeah.
Shout out to Zakia Jabbar and brother Jabbar. They with Racial Justice Now, which is a community initiative in Dayton, Ohio as well too. And well, they don't live in Dayton no more, but I end up just knowing them through family and then through other organizations a part of the community and like social media, and it just ended up
That's an honor though, like for real. Like that's I don't think that's nothing to like brisk over. You did something major, Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So eventually you start the Cash hair extensions, right? Mm-hmm. So is this like your second stab at it from the first time when you bought the hair and then you tried with the hair and it didn't work out and then you was like, well, I'm gonna start with extensions now?
Nah, the extensions is the hair. The hair is the extensions. When I bought that $400, that started it right then and there. And then I just told Hood, like, I need a website. What I need to do to get it cracking. Hood was like, this. Bumbi, you need an app. Hood, I'm coming to you for the app. Don't sleep. Like, Bumbi, you need an app. Apps is this. And, it just went from there. And that's when I found out, like, I hate working for other people because I just don't like following rules.
Right.
No doubt.
So
I hear you.
So like one of the launching points that I saw was when you linked up with Tori with the Pretty Paints Beauty collab. Yeah, so like
shout out to Tori.
That's really the first time I heard of you was because that wig that like she had made with the flipping colors. I remember seeing that like, man, that is super dope. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that. So like, was that the ones that like you went and got those and sourced them and she painted them, or was it like a collab thing?
That was the collab thing. I got the, because I ended up having a boutique for hair as well, too. So, like, Tori, I don't do hair, but she was, like, one of those people that is cold with the hair, and I needed a different marketing ploy. And I think you actually gave me that idea, like, we was in the shop. You, like, how people know it's you? Like, how are you marketing? Like, what are you doing? So, then that's when I started working with other, like, skilled artists and stuff. Yeah, for me. And definitely shout out to Tori, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely known for her style, her flair, and you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to me. What are you talking about?
Shout out to Smad too.
Right, shout out to Smad. We gotta give Smad
his little
flowers.
point, man. Come on, I'll take these points, man. So like one of the live videos I saw was when it was after you quit your job. So like how was it feel to like quit your job because you finally was making enough, or was it just you had enough or you made enough?
No, I was working at Synchrony, and that white man, he just, let me not put a color on it, but that man, he was just on me, and I don't even know how I got him back. Like, I hung up on him.
Right.
No, he hung up on me first, and I still end up getting him back.
So he called back. Your phone rung twice off the same person.
I don't even know how it happened, but he was a transfer call to me when I got him back, and he was just like, my voice is very distinctive. Like, I don't know too many people who forgot my voice once like, you heard my voice. Yeah. And he was just like, is this the same person? This and that. And I don't do well when people talking to me crazy. The customer's not always right.
No.
Man say this all the time.
The customer is damn near always wrong.
Yeah, so like
fuck up.
I had to I just hung up and I left. Like I walked out. Like and I ain't been back there singing since.
Oh my customers is
where your card at? You gonna get your card out?
No, man, listen, all my customers me and them is like this, man. But shit, they can get on me when I'm wrong, which I am sometimes. But damn it, when y'all wrong, shit, man.
Yeah, they customers, I'll be like, listen, I'm not a Fortune 500 company. That's not my motto. I'm not going to go by that. Now, if I'm wrong, we can work it together. But please still give me my respect because I'm sensitive. Like
but let's get back on the business side of things. That's going great. So you finally quit your job. You go to Facebook Live. You let everybody know, man. Listen, I quit my job, man. Listen, don't ask about no damn job.
That's major.
Don't ask about no job. When you ask about a job, you're talking to somebody else.
I had 3 of them at that point too. Like I had 3, but I was just so excited. I felt so free. Like I literally just took off the headset and walked out.
Right. Yeah.
And go back. I didn't even care facing the check.
I've already told my quit job on this story before, but it was very empowering to just be like, man, I'm just gonna go get it, bro. You feel me? So
Shannon Love checked in, said Bumbi with the good old heart. Leonard Barrett checked in, said salute. So Niecy said this is good old wisdom.
So one of the
make
first
me
things
proud, sister from Latanya.
Hey Tanya. Hey. Hi Noni.
Yes, sir.
Hi baby.
I'm trying to read. You know what I did? Like a little peanut. I did some like, is it research? I don't know what it's really called, but people want me to read they shit as soon as they type it in. They don't want to wait till the end of the show no more.
What?
Yeah, because they like people like to get acknowledged, man. You know what I'm saying, for their comments.
Yeah, because I'll get off a live if you ain't acknowledged.
If you don't read your comments, right? So
I'll get off the live.
I listen to what the viewers are saying, and then I'm acting appropriately. The customers are right in this situation, man.
So shout out to YouTubers that are sitting.
We had some YouTubers too. Man, hey, go hit the like button. Everybody that's on here, make sure y'all subscribe to our page, man. Save this live. I missed it. Man, if you're on YouTube, I think we need like 2,500 followers or something, man. So go ahead and just follow this page, man, so we can continue to keep it cracking, man, from grinding and macking. And you tell me what's happening.
Hey.
I ain't going to even go crazy. Tomorrow we got a Jay-Z versus Wayne debate, man, on this show, man.
I don't know.
Turn my music high.
Who you like, bro?
Out of who?
Jay-Z and Wayne.
Well, listen, to me,
just who do you like?
No, it ain't that.
Just say it. What are you talking about? It's the bottom line.
It's a battle of 20. Like 20. Like,
Bumbi,
think about that.
Bumbi. Who you like?
Neither.
Oh,
nice.
Who you like? Who you going with?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z or Wayne.
Who would I say? Jay-Z or who?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, yeah.
You gonna pick Lil Wayne? I already know you gonna pick Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
If I know, if you talking about business wise, I'll say Jay-Z.
Yeah, there we go.
Just lyrics.
There we go.
But you talking about lyrics? I mean, I only know Song Cry and then I know Amelia, Lil Wayne. So like, I don't think.
If you're going to take a ride in your car from Arizona to Las Vegas, hanging with Rich, what song are y'all gonna listen to? Wayne or Jay-Z?
Song Cry.
That's a bar, man. That's a bar, man.
Song Cry. Motherfucking Trip Cry.
Oh,
I cry.
Song Cry.
Fucking with Rich, I cry.
So
I did. I was in that corner crying. I was like,
damn.
So like while you were on this spiritual journey, you also go on a vegan journey, right? Mm-hmm. So how was that for you?
It was cool.
Man.
I accomplished a lot.
Yeah, right, just like that, for sure.
What was the hardest thing to give up?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Word. Is we talking about money?
Cereal. No, like actual cheese.
I know.
And then cereal was like the hardest thing.
Cereal?
Yeah.
What's in cereal? Cereal? Oh, milk.
No,
milk.
Not even milk because you can switch to milk
water
and stuff like that. Like
soy milk.
So I was like healing from a certain ailment and like you got to get away from certain things that's within certain stuff. And like cereal, even though it's vegan, it's not healthy. Like it allow what I was trying to heal from to like hide within the body.
Yeah. Right.
So it was just like no cereal.
Word. So,
Thanks.
all right, word. So then in 2017, you on the radio, fly. What was that? 93.8.
93.5.
93.5.
Fly.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Fly.
Hood. Shout out to Skeeter. Shout out to
Fly.
Black DJ Rob. What's poppin'?
Word.
Y'all still gang.
Word.
Real gang, man, my bros.
So you were talking.
That's
about,
my cousin.
You said I was talking about.
It is. I'm serious. Skeeter Fly is my cousin.
We did a whole 8-hour interview with him.
I just
Skeeter
I just
funny.
want to be connected right now to something popular on the show. Like,
So the hair and fashion show.
That never happened.
Oh,
yeah.
why not?
What?
Follow through.
Yeah, that shit was. Nobody.
Who made my flyer? Actually, no. Your girl made my flyer.
Peanut. Marmeezy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mar. She made my flyer.
Let's go.
She's super dope.
Man, big dope.
So you also received the NAACP Annual Freedom Fund Banquet. It was at the Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience?
Next question.
All right. Eventually start making the divine packages. So can you tell us what that entails?
Queen's Holistic, that's my baby now. It's basically, I know I got an elevator pitch. Hold on.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Drum
let's
roll.
go. Come on.
All right, Queen's Holistic is basically a nature-based business that uses products to enhance the divine being inside of anyone, basically. So that can be crystals, that can be herbs, that can be meditation, that can be mantras, that can be prayers. That's just basically teaching people to get right back to nature to get the healing that they want. Like my psychosis, I healed that with use of prayer, meditation, even changing my diet and stuff like that. Like my food hold a certain energy and stuff like that. And depending on the person, like me, I'm a water sign. I didn't realize I was picking up on the energies of the food until I start purging certain foods.
I'm a fire sign.
A Sagittarius.
What's your sign?
Aries. A Leo. I should have knew.
Leo gang.
What part of the game?
Leo gang.
Leo.
Cancer.
Are you?
Cancer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So Cancer is what? June?
Yep.
So like my birthday is July 24th. So I'm like the day that Cancer goes into being a Leo.
You
So
crazy.
what you trying to say? You trying to switch
He
on the
crazy.
game?
I'm
or
gonna let
what?
you know, hey, you feel me?
You got
I'm
some.
right here with you. I'm right here with you.
I want to know right now. Do you got
feel
any?
me?
Do you got any connection with Cancer?
He crazy.
Okay, you Leo.
He crazy. He be in these emotions though. That's why he like Uncle Carlos.
Oh, who is Uncle Carlos?
We ain't talking about Uncle Carlos on this show.
Oh, Carlos Rossi. Oh, Big is gonna.
I ain't had no Carlos. You've been over there with Carlos. I have not left this bottle right here or left this seat.
What
I've
are
been
we talking?
drinking
No,
Kiara Wine,
hey,
the sponsor.
everybody.
Shout out to the sponsor.
Don't listen
Look,
to
see,
nobody
look at
on
you.
this show. This
Look,
is
look.
getting ridiculous.
Look, she on her starting stuff. You were starting stuff.
Pull out that yellow bottle right there. What we got?
We got the Pleasure Peach right here.
This is crazy.
See, man, this is
Bring
what
it.
I
Hold
do.
on. Bring it right by your cup, Peanut.
This cup.
Right, yeah. Yeah, boy.
This is what we.
That's what we been.
Here, right? So behind where
Bring-
employees
bring-
behind this point, we ain't been back there, have we? See?
What is going
So
on?
ain't no way I got no Carlos.
Man, listen, man. If you ever want to get lit a little bit, man, get some Kiara wine. We drinking Pleasure Peach till that shit gone, man. And
gone.
what's the one wine that we like that's hemp infused?
The one that got the hemp in there. That is the
Damn, Big, where you at, Big?
It's so
Big.
good.
I'm
It's so
challenging
good,
Big.
forget it.
Now I'm challenging Big. Where you at? You ain't watching the show? Are you kidding me? But nah, Big got all the best wines. Okay.
Sure, man. It's
Hey,
amazing. Anyway.
butterfly
So, yeah,
effect?
yeah, absolutely. So,
Yes,
is there
sir.
anything? So, what's next for you?
Next, me and my sister friend, homegirl, we going into business together.
What's her
Details,
name? What's her
details.
name?
Yeah, details.
This her.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm making so many clips out of this.
Damn it.
You don't know why you're saying that.
I'm gonna TikTok that like this her. Like,
Nah, that's because that's what they call. That's like my name of my business.
Oh,
Tell
okay.
her.
Yeah.
Tell her.
So
Come on, come on. Let's get some of this.
Nah, don't
Her is
Yes,
an
you in
acronym.
this.
Tell
Tell us
You
about
in
this
this.
business. So
You
tell
in
us
Yes,
about- you want the
because-
people to come tell us about this business.
Yeah, that's gonna just.
Like, I only got 2 friends. She one of them. So,
Right.
like,
So tell us about the business. What is the business? Where can they find you? Where can they look you up? How can they get in contact with you? How can they buy your products?
We talking to me?
Yeah.
My goodness. I am located in the Dayton Mall. I have a women's boutique, only women's clothing, small to extra large, and I'm also having Bumbi put her jewelry in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we doing.
Well, talk to us about some of your.
but it's not just crystal jewelry. It's gonna be all type of crystals. Like, I'm about to have her store blinging. She already got fancy chandeliers. We about to have organite pyramids. We're gonna have bracelets. We're gonna have different types of jewelry. We're gonna have different type of crystals, like crystal points. Like, I'm obsessed with crystals. Like, what I love about crystals is they help influence or encourage or absorb or protect you from energies or promote certain type of energies. So, for example, I said, like, I experienced my pregnancy alone, but the reason why it was like cool outside of like my minor emotional tidbits is because I had crystals to help me manage my emotions, because shoot, I wanted a hug, I wanted to do what pregnant women do, and there was nobody there. But my crystals, they can't take a hug, but they just didn't, they allowed me not to feel so alone. They didn't allow me to feel lonely or like desperate or none of that. Even now, like, I got this jade bracelet on to remind me, like, I'm royalty and to act of such. And jade is a crystal that's for, like, prosperity. It's good for, like, keeping your heart. Like, I'm not trying to have, like, my heart dark or a lot of resentment to people for whatever reason that they did. So, like, certain crystals help me transmute that energy. And it protect you from certain energies and stuff like that. Like, I had a customer buy some black obsidian and say her baby daddy don't come around anytime she wear her necklace. Like, it's that serious. Like, crystals can propel and protect you from a lot of just different energies. Yeah, and attract, like, prosperity. Like, this is definitely.
Yeah, so here on the Legendary People podcast, there's a thing called the butterfly effect. There's something you said during the course of the interview or something I found in the course of my research that I found truly profound and amazing. Just starting off, just like your whole energy here, it's just been like, I've never seen someone who's been through something so traumatic besides like Tony Ruby Sr., like the vibe I get.
Tony Ruby and the Wolf.
Yes. Oh, and the Wolf. Do not leave the Wolf out. You know what I'm saying? He actually called me today, man. Steve Ernst, I'm gonna call you back later. But like, you will go through something and literally right after that, like, you will say the most traumatic thing ever and then smile.
Oh, yeah.
And if you watch this back, I want you to hear every time you said something traumatic, you would just say something traumatic and you would smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you keeping that light in you when everything was trying to take it from you. I mean, like, for you to put it all on the line. I know people that's scared to go to Cincinnati by themselves, let alone a flight all the way to the middle of the desert. You know what I mean? And look, I said to her and she smiled. You know what I mean? It's
because
like,
it's
well, wait. I'm here to give you your flowers, love. So you go through all of this, like, to come back, dust yourself off, and then you go try again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't just get at the first time at the bat. You know what I'm saying? You swing and strike out. You ain't just quit and say forget baseball. You got back up, and then you know what I'm saying, you dust yourself off and you try it again. And then for that to fail, to come back and then push through all the stuff you've been through, you know what I'm saying? Like, for you to put together, like, the program with the kids and for you to be acknowledged on the grandest stage of, you know what I'm saying, like White House and stuff like that, where, like, they're taking time to handwrite you a letter back. Not a typed letter, a handwritten letter. You know what I mean? Like, a person really takes that type of...
You did your research.
I'm telling you. I'm in there. So I'm telling you, like, those type of things are things that, like, because we feel like we're still on our journey, that we don't get a chance to look at where we all came from.
Yeah.
You done been through some traumatic experiences and you go through it with a smile and a light in you, that I am so glad you came here to tell your truth and your story, because you are going to benefit so many people based off of your story.
Thank you.
I feel empowered by hearing your story. And for that, you are a legend unequivocally to me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to cry, but yeah, thank you.
yeah. And just my observation in it all is kind of like, I love stories of overcoming.
Yes.
Nothing is better than that, man.
Yeah.
You know, if I hear somebody who has never had to go through anything, I really don't know how to figure out whether that. I mean, you kind of like build character when you are up against some type of opposition. It's like, how you gonna react to this? How you gonna react to this? If you've never had any type of struggle, then the shit is like terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I really wanted to dig deep into your story. Like, your success is still unfolding. We're always becoming. We're always becoming. We're always getting better. You know what I mean? And part of it is kind of like what you said. I may want to fail through my 20s, and then I got all of that little shit out the way so I can bloom in my 30s, right? Mm-hmm. But really what you're doing is planting seeds in your 20s, okay? And so all of these things in the proper season will blossom for you because you done tried so many things. You've learned from all of these different experiences. No matter what, you find the seed of equivalent benefit in any situation, man.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't know,
Richard, if you see this, call me.
Well, I didn't know what we were gonna get from you today.
Right.
You know what I thought about you?
What?
I didn't know that you had been through any of these things that you had been through.
Yeah.
But what we got today from you in this podcast was a flat out treasure.
Yes.
And I think that is kind of like your character, your persona, as I look at you, and I'll put the camera on you, and I challenge anyone.
Why I keep looking?
I challenge anyone to tell me that you don't see treasure.
Oh my God, bro. Strength, man.
Treasure in every way. Like Bumbi. For real, like what you have been through is inspiring to other people to say like, damn, if she can go through that and still that capping of your story was, the ending of your story was, yeah, I'm in the mall, in the Dayton Mall now with my sis, and this is what I am bringing to the situation. This is what I'm selling. This is my business. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's so amazing, bro, because like you ain't quitting for shit.
Grateful.
And the only thing that you're going to do is add to what you're doing right now. So it'll be crystals today. Something else will catch your eye and attention, and you'll get an idea of inspiration from something else, and you can add to that. Like,
I got $1 million idea for it right now.
You know,
you actually posted it. December 14, 2016.
What is it?
This would be an amazing shirt. If you just had this on a shirt, you posted this.
I don't date drug dealers.
Remember how Bart Simpson had to write on the chalkboard over and over and over again?
Yeah.
She made a post that said, I do not date drug dealers, and it's all the way down the thing. And it's to me, I saw, I was like, that'd be dope as hell on the t-shirt.
Well, not only does that inspire other women to kind of like follow that lead and understand how powerful that is, it also makes men who want to have a woman like you figure out something better to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Two things, right?
Yeah,
like
it definitely has. I seen it.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you to come through. You know, queens like you and kings like other brothers that done came through here. What you guys do is y'all really do add value to our show. Absolutely. Like,
thank you.
People
y'all add value. Like you did your homework. I didn't know what I was gonna say. I seen the flyer. I was like, my life story. I was like, where's the bond? So I came back out. But I was scared for a moment. Like, what they going to ask? I don't know how to tell my life story. But you made it so easy for me to express myself and feel cool. Because I was about to have a panic attack up here earlier. You asked me those questions. I was like, oh, my gosh.
But you know what? Man, 10 minutes in, you was like right at home. And I seen the switch flip from a little trouble to
cruise control.
Yeah, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much a safe space.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for providing.
We
a
don't
safe
got
space.
nobody on this live who questioned nothing you said. Only thing that I see is just love, support, and just a for real build. You know, I'm thankful. I'm really thankful for you to come through here for sure.
This is one of the greatest interviews I've had, man.
By far.
Thank you.
By
it's
far.
the people. I do it for y'all because, listen, I could have been way messed up.
I want you to close us out with some words of wisdom. Come on, drop it on us real quick.
Right here in this camera right here. Boom.
You're right there, Bumbi.
Dang.
Nah,
Right.
you got it in
Shout out to my daddy. Okay, this is going to be something that he taught me. He always said, keep your personality above your beauty because your character is what's going to allow you to be your greatest self, not your physical appearance. And keep it pimping, which means positive, intelligent, motivated, and professional at all times, no matter what life throw at you. You feel me? And if you don't want to catch the ball that life throw at you, you can throw it back. Throw it back.
That's a bar.
And that's it.
That's a bar, man.
Man, hey, y'all, go to Shiekhs for breakfast, Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever get injured, call attorney Michael Wright. If you want to get lit a little bit, get you some Kiara Wine and go to the shoparea.com for anything you need. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. Come to t-shirtkings247.com. Bring in your new year the right way with a good old custom t-shirt expressing what you want. You feel me? Put a positive affirmation on the t-shirt. Come up here and let us customize it for you. Gold for your mouth. We make even the meanest person in the world smile. So if you're already happy, of course, you'll continue to smile. CameraKings.com. Camera Kings Studios. We take professional portraits inside my shop. You guys, these portraits and pictures that we take are timeless, man. The pictures that you take today will live on for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, man. And anytime you know for yourself, when you see yourself, a baby picture or a picture when you're 3, 4 years old, it's amazing and you love it. So do that for your kids. Come through and take some pictures at Camera Kings. And every Sunday at 8 p.m., we teach you how to get a big old bag, man. Sell stocks instead. Sell stocks, not dope, on the Dash Resource channel instead of, Dash Resource channel on YouTube, you guys. There's nothing more empowering than teaching someone how to go and catch the fish. And that's what my bro Peanut Johnson does. Every Sunday, he teaches you how to do the right thing and make money from doing it. Nothing's better than that, man. All right? Man, we love everybody, man. Right? Bumbi, man, you did an amazing job. I'm so proud of you, and I'm thankful for you coming through, Peanut. I love you as always. And everybody watching this, you guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification for our YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button before you get off our page, and we will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to come through. We got the Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z debate, man, with Sharna, Micah, and Peanut.
Man. Come on.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Love everybody. 1 o'clock tomorrow, man. We're going to get with you. Peace.